Yeah, yeah. Let me go back here to my comments. Uh, so how was your 4th of July?
Pretty good. Didn't get blown up, so that's good.
I just sat at home. I didn't do a thing.
Well, that can be good too.
Yeah, but the damn thing is, I mean, it was so gorgeous. It's like you wanted to go out and ride, and I didn't do it.
Why not?
I don't know. I have no idea. Just one of those things, I guess.
Yep.
Then, then I was going to go out riding this morning, but then I was like, I'll wait till it warms up a little bit, wait for my mom to leave the house, And then
Uh,
she was planning on leaving the house probably later in the evening, so I was like, all right, that'd be perfect because it's going to be warm. She'll leave. I'll have my dress on. I'll walk out the door without her seeing me, and then all, and then all of a sudden, then she's like, "Well, I'm not gonna go nowhere," and this and that. And I was like, "Oh crap!" And I was like, "Man, I need to go out and do this vlog."
What's so funny
And
about it?
so I basically hit it. I basically threw a pair of pants on over the dress, and when I got downstairs, I threw the pants off, walked outside, pulled my bike out,
Having fun.
and I'm like literally on the bike getting ready to pull out, and
and
oh, okay, because I didn't know if you just took off or not,
nope.
yeah, I was getting ready to pull out, and here she comes outside the door with the phone in her ear and something else in her hand, like she's trying to talk to me or something. I was like, oh crap! I'm like, I'm taking off. I get back, and she tells me, she's like, yeah, I saw you wearing a dress and pantyhose. I had to call your aunt, and I was going to try to take a picture of you before you took off.
Oh, yikes. Whatever made you think of doing that, anyway?
I don't know, just something different,
Yeah, definitely.
And I didn't get that many reactions like I thought I would. I actually got quite a few guys staring at me, though.
They're just wondering if you're a really ugly chick.
I don't know. I mean, I was at the light, and one guy, I guess, was going in a turning lane, and he went past, and he like looked down. And I think he was looking at my legs.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I got to throw out of it, man. Shit.
Yep.
Just something to make everybody else laugh. I don't care if people think I'm stupid or not. Hell, it's all in fun.
They don't know you.
Yeah. Can't be no worse than, was it, me, Sergeant Markins, Hush Puppy, sitting there wearing a wig and a bra on Branch hangout.
Really? I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, we're up to 2 viewers.
Really?
Yeah, I wonder how many hits I want to get when I put that video up, though.
It'll go viral.
Oh my God. I'll probably get people like desperately asking me to bring the dress with me whenever I go to meetups, just so they can figure out who I am.
Yep. Sounds about right.
I was actually thinking about wearing just a regular pair of blue jeans under the dress, but I was like, nah, it's not gonna look authentic. So I was like, let me go to Walmart and buy a pair of pantyhose. And I just bought a pair of pantyhose, and there's a guy's register. Surprisingly, he didn't say anything to me. He didn't even give me a look or nothing. Oh, damn. Sometimes you get that look like when you buy a box of condoms. It's like, I know what you're doing tonight. I didn't get that when I was buying the pantyhose.
Well, that's good.
I thought it was going to be weird. I was over at Salvation Army and looking at dresses. I was actually debating between 2 other different dresses. And, well, they were both like $24.99. So I started looking and looking. I was like, I wonder what these people are thinking, me looking at sitting here looking at dresses. Nobody said anything. I guess they probably assumed I was buying it for my girlfriend.
Yeah, that's possible.
But it's like you always get like that awkward feeling. Though. It's like when you're walking up and buying something unusual, you always get that like weird feeling.
Yep.
So, other than your 4th of July and me telling you about me wearing a dress, what else in your life has been going on?
Work, more work. Pretty much it.
Oh, tell me about it. I've been working at hot temperatures outside.
It hasn't been too bad here, but yeah, doing landscaping is fun.
Oh, is that what you do, landscaping?
Yeah. It's just a summer job to make money for school, but
Also, like you in college?
actually just graduated high school. Will be going to college.
Man, you make me feel old.
Everyone makes me feel young, so yeah.
I mean, yeah, I graduated about 12 years ago.
Oh wow. Yeah, too old then.
Huh, old enough.
Yep, old enough to have a house and a bike and
Oh, I don't have my own house yet.
okay. Well, you could. Well, depends on your job, I guess.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to get my stuff, that I want to get first before I get a house because I know it's going to cost a lot of money. And once I get a house, I ain't going to have money to do anything at all. And plus, when I first graduated from college, yeah, with all my jobs that I was working when I got out of high school, there's no way I could have lived out on my own. I would have been buying like junker cars and working dead-end jobs. And it wasn't going to work for me. So.
Yep. That's all good.
I mean, I'm not asking for a big old house. I want something just comfortable to live on. Just like 1 or 2 car garage. That way I can park my bike in, have some parties.
Yep. I haven't even thought about it yet. That's just I gotta go through college first.
I mean, you could buy a cheap house close to where I live for as low as maybe 60 grand, but you're looking at like a pretty crappy house. You know, need some work done to it,
Yep.
this and that. And then if you're looking at a house that's you don't need to do anything to, you're probably looking at 150 to $200,000.
Sounds like around here.
So, I mean, I could probably easily buy a trailer, but I don't want no trailer.
Then you got lot rent forever.
Mm. I don't know. I just don't like trailers. I mean, yeah, they're cheap and everything, but I think they're just too small in every way.
Yeah. And they're not really your property.
Well, it depends. I mean, most likely, yeah, they're not going to be your property, but unless you buy the trailer and then you pay someone lot rent to have your trailer there. But
Yeah, then you don't have. Yeah. Not worth it.
oh, definitely not. Yeah, see, I don't play the lottery, but I wish I did, just so I can win and just have money to where I can buy a nice house.
So you want to pay poor tax?
Pay poor tax.
Yep, because you probably never win.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't win anyway. Every single time I turn around, I'm paying that money out for tickets or property tax or this and that, and it's can't get ahead.
Yep. You're not supposed to ride that fast.
Well, you know, when you want to have fun, you only live once. Got questions here.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. Oh, that was another thing when I was doing my vlog. Started seeing people on their phones. I started saying, I was like, man, I bet you they probably see if some dude dressed in a dress riding a bike. I bet you they're probably calling everybody and letting them know. Because every time I go around, I see people on their phones.
How does riding a bike in a dress work? I mean, seems like it wouldn't, considering you have to straddle something.
Actually, it wasn't too bad. If you seen the picture that I got on my Facebook page, how the dress comes down basically to my knees.
Uh-huh.
Um, Well, I knew the dress was going to be flying up, so I threw a pair of like sweat shorts underneath the dress.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, as far as the front part didn't fly up, it was the back part, so it was showing my ass a lot. And I know I went down this one development, and there's like a bunch of guys standing outside their house, and I basically just took the back part of the dress and flipped it up, kind of like a flash. I was like, woohoo! It took off. Oh man, I'm sorry, man. I had to have some fun with it, you know.
Yep. I mean, what's the point of being different if you're not going to have fun with it?
Oh, exactly. But yeah, it just kind of sucks that I got all that freaking sun. That's what pisses me off.
What kind of camera are you using?
Oh, I'm using the GoPro Hero 3.
Okay. Depending on your
I
editing
think it's just the
software.
time of the day that when I do it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not using any.
Any editing software?
Um, nah. I was
Okay.
going to use the was it Movie Maker,
Ah,
but for some reason, each time I transfer my video over to it, it's really bad. It's like all pixely and stuff. So I was like, well, I'm not going to do that. You know, so I like to keep my quality at least 720 or more.
right.
So,
Well, I mean, I know you can change that sort of stuff though with the lighting and a good software, but I don't know if you're, yeah, everything costs money.
well, it wasn't the lighting. It was just the sun. It's just like I said, it's just like the time of the day and the way the sun beating down. You know, basically like the sunset kind of thing.
Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty much my problem. Just bad timing.
Looks like you got to take another ride with the same clothing. Different time of day.
Yeah. Then I've been having problems with my camera because um, before I could sit there and ride, and as long as my camera's on, I could push the record button and it would start recording. And
Yep.
now it's like I go to push it and I'm pushing harder, and half the time it don't turn on. So I
Well,
don't know either where the camera's set in there. So there's a couple times I thought that I had it on, and it wasn't on. And then when it was on, I knew it wasn't on. So I actually had a couple of vlogs where I was just sitting there riding and didn't think it was on. So I'm not going to put them up. But then the sun was fine in those, but I didn't talk.
of course. You almost got to take your helmet off and make sure it's on before you go.
Yeah. This dark computer acts up so much.
What was that?
My computer, it teased me off because I'm using this satellite internet.
Ah,
So like when I'm not talking or when I am, I get that chatterbox or whatever you want to call it, robot box.
yep.
Like right there. So I constantly got to mute myself.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. It's better than dial-up though. So.
Oh yeah, that's the reason why I don't go on Brand's channel live anymore. because I think the last time I did it, I got all that feedback when Space Pod tried to talk,
Ah,
and so I didn't want to take up any of your space, so I don't bother doing that. But now if I go and get my own internet, then and if it's better, then I'll probably join her Hangouts more.
yeah, yeah. I've never actually been on one for Hangouts because they're always on Monday.
That's a funny thing too, because when she first started doing them, I would literally have my work schedule where I would come home and then grab something to eat, set up my computer, watch her Hangouts, and not go to bed until like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, something like that, and get like 4 hours of sleep. Was able to get up and get to work on time, and then Saturdays doing my Hangouts and stuff. I did that for like a couple months, and then plus I took over her Mondays and started doing it. So I was staying up late.
Yep.
But now I think it's starting to catch up to me because now I'm like getting late to work 2 or 3 times a week.
Oh, that's never good.
Uh, and one day I was late. I was actually going to be on time, and well, I had a malfunction with my lunchbox. My bottles that I keep water in and I put in the freezer to keep to freeze them for overnight.
Yep.
Well, the bottle was severely bad, so I decided to go ahead and throw soda in it. Well, I put my lunchbox in my backpack because I was riding my bike to work. I go out, feed the dog, come back, and the whole bottom of my backpack and everything was soaked. I had soda all over the floor, all over my backpack. I was like, oh crap, now I'm definitely going to be late. And then
Yep.
when I went to work and told him, I was like, dude, I had a lunchbox malfunction. He didn't believe me at first. I was like, dude, I totally am serious. I had a lunchbox malfunction.
Yeah, that blows.
And then some days I'll be like on time, but then you got to deal with traffic.
Yeah. It's almost like you have to leave and plan on being early every day.
Oh, there's been times I've left 5 minutes early and I still get there like right at the time I'm supposed to be there, and then he wants to yell at me for being late.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, it happens. I hear fireworks outside.
Oh, and you're in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it might have been you and mine. Now, you still into like all these holidays?
What do you mean still into them?
Like your New Year's Eve, 4th of July, um, Thanksgiving, Easter, all them holidays.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy the 3-day weekends. And then it's just nice seeing
Yeah.
family too.
To me, it's just, I don't care for them anymore, man. To me, it's just like, was two things. One, it's just another day, and two, it's just another reason for you to spend money.
Yeah. You don't need to spend money to enjoy them.
Cause you think, yeah, because you go on, at New Year's Eve, you go to all these bars, you're spending lots of money on alcohol and hats
Well,
and glasses and all this.
the party holidays I'm not into. It's just no thanks. But,
And then just like 4th of July, if you go and see some of the prices that they charge for some of these fireworks, and they only last for like not even 30 seconds.
I know I spent like $100 this year.
I don't know. How much was that all in one thing, or was it like a bunch of small stuff?
Well, there were some firecrackers I got. There was a decent amount of time. I mean, we spent an hour doing stuff, so. And then I still have some of them left over, so I mean, it's. I don't go all out and get the stupid expensive ones. So.
Oh yeah. I know as a kid, I loved buying those we call them like stink bombs. They're like the colored round balls that you light them, and they like smoke these different colors. They stink.
Yep. Well,
Oh, dude, I loved those things as a kid.
up until recently, it was illegal to buy like mortars and stuff in Michigan, but they switched it. So I just buy the stuff that explodes now.
Oh, Christian modern life.
Hmm?
It's a party in here.
Two guys that are kind of monotone. Party. Okay.
Oh, you talking to yourself again?
Wasn't that what we do on YouTube?
Oh yeah, well, that too. Yeah, right when we started doing this, I had my dinner in the oven. So while you left, I was sitting there eating my dinner and watching The Walking Dead and
Nice.
chatting with you.
Multitasking.
Yeah, that's what you got to do in life anymore.
Yep, I'm searching for cars right now in case the one I look at tomorrow doesn't work out.
Get yourself a smart car.
Okay, I wouldn't fit.
Me neither.
I mean, I'm 6'4", 250, so.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah. Needless to say, car hunting kind of sucks because most of the ones that I would buy are like too small, or they're pieces of crap, or or they don't get very good mileage. And for going back and forth to school, I'll be living at home. I kind of need mileage. Hence why I don't just buy another truck.
Yes. It's like, well, either a truck, which is going to get crappy gas mileage, unless you get like a little S10 or a Ford Ranger, which even then you're still going to be kind of stuck,
Actually,
getting tight in them.
yeah, the S10s
Um,
have a smaller interior than like a Ford Fusion or an Impala. It's weird.
um, well, see, when I had my Chevy Malibu, see, I'm like 5'11". I
Okay.
had no problem getting in and out of that car.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're still, what, 6 inches taller than me, give or take.
Yeah, about 5.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, you probably wouldn't have any problem with that.
No, I mean, like, I've been looking at, like, a Ford Fusion. I know I fit in one of those. An Impala, Malibu, Nissan Maxima. All those I fit in. It's just finding the right one.
And those are what, all mid-size, or are those compact?
Nope, they're all mid-size.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Yeah, you need something at least a mid-size to a larger car.
Yep.
Well, you could always get a convertible.
Get a Miata, have my head sticking out.
Yeah, bug guts in your teeth.
Oh, that'd be great in the winter.
So now what type of dirt bike you ride? Is that like a 250 or is that like a 450?
It's a 400.
Oh, 400.
1997. Yeah. Thing's almost as old as I am. Original engine.
Yeah, because I think when you get up to about the 450s, um, I think they sit a little too tall for me
Ah.
on the dirt bikes.
Yeah, I know mine fits good. I could
Hey,
flip.
Dirt Rider, what's up?
What's up?
Oh, you can fly foot yours?
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, I could walk it anywhere I wanted to. So.
Well, yeah, you're also 6'4" too, so
Yeah. But I could do that with any bike, really.
So what are you doing tonight, Dirt Rider?
Sleeping.
Sleeping.
Sleeping. I do that every night.
Is that what you're doing right now?
I've just been hanging out.
Sounds like fun.
Sure.
Yeah, sleeping and commenting on my Facebook page too.
Yeah.
So did you have any trouble getting in here through Google Plus, Dirt Rider?
No, I did not.
Okay. So do you all have any questions for tonight?
I don't.
Still trying to figure out this new YouTube layout. It's
Yeah.
retarded.
After actually 5 weeks, I finally got a video because I got a whole new camera, microphone, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
It just uploaded, I think.
Okay, I've got a question for you too.
Yeah.
Um, so I see both of you are into dirt bikes. Why are you guys into dirt bikes? Is it because it was just more fun? Was it more easier to get your hands on, or what?
I grew
Well,
up riding them, so that's kind of my part of it.
yep.
You also aren't really bound by laws either. You can kind of do whatever you want.
Yeah, I've had one since I was 12, so
Yep.
it's kind of a you can get into it earlier.
Yep.
And then as
Maybe
soon
that's
as I
probably what I should have done. Start getting into dirt bikes.
yeah, and then you can push the limits of speed on a dirt bike without breaking the law too. So
Exactly.
and not going 170 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was always told it was a lot easier to start off on a dirt bike. That way you can learn the fundamentals of how to keep your bike standing, and you know, going over like logs and jumps and
Yeah,
stuff
You
like
don't have
I
to
that.
agree
deal
with
with
That's why
that.
I was
traffic right away.
I agree with that 100%.
Yep.
I mean, if it's like available, if you can do it.
Yeah.
Now, would you say to start off with just like a dirt bike, or would you think it'd be better to start with like something more like an enduro, or like a more of a dual sport?
I know I
Well,
have my bike's
how old is the
converted,
person?
so
How old is the person we're talking about? Is it like a 16-year-old just looking to ride, or a little kid? Because the answer could be different depending on the person.
Um,
Because I say if it's like a brand new rider that's like 16 years old, I say go for like an enduro,
yep.
or like a DRZ 400 or something like that.
Well, depending on your state, you can easily convert something. I know I did
Right.
mine.
Yeah, Michigan's stupid easy to do that. It's awesome.
So my dad had a friend who got an XR 250, wanted to get back into dirt biking. He's been riding
Yeah.
a road bike for a while. But for the state inspection, instead of buying DOT legal tires, he cut off the knot on the not for highway use. So when the cop looked at it, it said for highway use.
There you go.
That's how easy it is in Michigan.
Yep.
so basically, like say if it's a young kid, like ages of 5 to 14, regular dirt bike, and then if they're like 15 or 16 or something, get more like a enduro.
Yes.
Although, if you are in the situation I was in, I had. Wow.
There goes your microphone. It's dying.
But I had a dirt bike that I converted once I turned 16, which was nice. I could switch, from a straight dirt bike to the enduro.
Right. And some dirt bikes already come road ready, I guess you could say.
Yep, mine had the lighting coil and everything, so I just had to slap different things on it. So.
Yep. All you need is a license plate, and
Yep.
that's pretty much just good to go.
You should make your CR500 a supermoto.
If I get another one, I will.
Oh, okay.
Yep. This one's my motocross bike. Have you seen my motocross vlog I did on it?
No.
No, I haven't. I should look for that.
Ooh, wait. There you go.
Yeah? Oh, okay. Got it.
I was ready.
Wow. I'll watch that when we're done here.
Okay.
Yeah, me is.
Now
As I
keep
was
in
growing up, I
mind.
never was into dirt bikes. I was more into the sport bike book. But if I was to buy a dirt bike, I would definitely get like an enduro or like a dual sport, something that I can go on and off road with.
Yeah.
And depending on your financial situation, you can get one of those, like a European bike that's almost a dirt bike, just barely street legal, and that's more ideal if you're going to just get into dirt biking, because you
Right.
can just go on 2 tracks and stuff.
But it also depends on the state laws and whatnot too.
I think any dirt bike riding I'll be doing is run from the cops. So when I'm on the road, I can always just go off the road and go up the mountains. So neither one of you have regular road bikes, just dirt bikes.
I have a Magna, a V65 Magna.
Yeah, no, I can't afford to have 2 bikes right now, and I'd rather have my dual sport.
Yeah. I actually just put 311 miles today on my bike. That was a
Not
whole
just a
long
short
ride.
ride.
Oh yeah, just a couple hours. 120-mile ride one way for a donut. That was fun.
It's not about the destination, it's about the ride.
Exactly. Also got presents for Yummy R6 too in that ride, so it worked out.
Nice. Why does YouTube always slaughter my video quality?
It condenses the file size.
I know, it sucks. Because I just got a new camera and all that fun stuff, and
Yep.
got it all working, and here's the link to the video, but...
Well, I already saw it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Watched it before I came.
Nice. Yeah. Except I forgot to turn off the stupid Sony feature for steady shot, so now it's all...
I was wondering why it was being all wonky like that.
Yeah, I turned it off and I switched all the settings up, so...
Okay.
Well, I also switched my mount up, so it's not tilted. So I now whenever I edit a video, I have to make sure I rotate it 180 degrees because I have it recording upside down.
Okay.
Did you ever get your GoPro thing figured out? They sent you a new one, but...
Yep. That was a few months ago, actually. Yeah, they sent me a new one. New camera and housing and everything.
Oh, wow. That's
Free.
nice. Does your second one still work?
No, I had to send my first one back so they could
Oh.
replace it with the one I have now.
Bet you won't be using that mount again.
Yeah. I actually lost that camera again, too. See if I can get you the video. Yeah, I was on the track riding around. It was mounted to my back fender, and it just fell right off and went flying.
Oops.
Yeah. So, that was fun. Trying to find it.
Yeah. I'll be mounting my contour on my back fender now, so we can have two camera angles.
Sweet. Just be careful of the vibrations on the back fender. That was a big issue with my bike.
Well, yeah, but you're running a 500cc two-stroke.
This is true.
And the adhesive mounts for contours are stupid strong, so...
Okay. Yeah, there's the link to the camera going flying off. It's near the end of the video, so you can just kind of skip to that part.
Well, I figured you wouldn't leave a whole video of it just sitting on the ground. That's a sweet angle, though.
Yeah.
Especially if you
right
pass
off the
people.
start.
Yeah.
Are those chips?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just inviting more people. I'm letting you know I'm still alive here.
Okay.
I sure hope so.
I still have to send both of you guys stickers.
Yes,
I have
please.
not had time. I've had no time.
MrMaxodom is the only sticker I have on my helmet.
We need to fix that.
Oh, no.
I should be able to get to the post office on Monday.
Cool.
Mail everything out.
Now, did you drill a hole in your housing to be able to plug in your mic? Or
Yes.
Do you have two separate housings then, or was just use the one with the hole in it?
I just used the one with the hole in it.
Okay. Because I had to do the same for my.
Then I use a piece of electrical tape to cover the hole.
Ah.
Yep.
Yep, I had to do the same with my Sony Action Cam case.
Okay.
I know for dusty situations, though, I'm going to be using tape to cover the hole where I have it plugged in, so at least dust doesn't get in there.
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
And then it still protects the lens and all
So
that
what
stuff.
kind of camera do you have?
I have a Hero 3 Plus.
The black edition?
Yes.
And I have the cheapest Sony Action Cam you can find. It was like $140.
Oh, now, Dirt Rider. Now you were saying that you had to drill a hole for your GoPro.
Yep, for the mic cable.
Oh, see, I went ahead and spent the money and bought one of the skeleton cases, which has already got the thing cut out for you.
I have one of those, but it doesn't protect the camera at all. I do
Yeah,
not
you can
like
buy
that.
those for the Sony too, but then the lens isn't covered or anything. So
Right, the entire front of the GoPro isn't covered.
when you're doing dirt, it's a lot different than street riding.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I just posted a link to the camera I have, so. Then I bought the same mics as Dirt Rider. Although for that one, I had to buy an extension with a 90 on it so I could get it underneath the clip after the hole I drilled.
Okay. Hush, puppy.
What's up, fellas?
And then I also bought, not much, the Sony Action Cam uses a tripod thread for mounting, but they don't have very many options, but I just bought a generic socket, ball and socket style rotating thing for like $6, and I was able to get it a 90 on it, so I could actually have it on the side of my helmet.
Sweet.
But the funny thing is, Sony sells their own version, but it's $35 of that little thing. But I bought one for $6.
Hey, hush puppy.
What's up, man?
Oh, not too much.
Is that my computer? Oh, it is, isn't it? Damn. Sorry. I was like, huh? What the hell's going on here? I just heard myself say what's up. How's that 500 coming, EH?
The what now?
That 500.
Oh, it kicks ass.
It's up and running and throwing mud?
Oh, yeah. Have you seen my motocross vlog?
No, I haven't seen it, dude. I'm so far behind. Gray Mare just got on my ass for not watching any of his shit lately, and so I went and watched 2 of his vids immediately. So yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, he and I just did a meetup a couple weeks ago.
Did you? With Gray Mare?
Yeah, we're in the same area.
See, oh, that's the meetup he had posted. See, I didn't watch that one.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna have to go watch that. What were you riding?
The V65 Magna.
You had the Magna. See, I need to watch that, man, because I want to see that bike. I owned one of those. Awesome bikes, man.
Yeah, I've had it up to 160.
Wow.
I still had room for more.
I think back then, I don't know if I maxed it out or not. I really can't remember because it was so long ago, but I remember doing 165 on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had it maxed out, but it felt like it was going to yank me off of it.
Yep.
Because of wind blast, man. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
They weren't the best aerodynamically shaped bikes at the time.
No, not at all. But they got over that with the brute force of the motor.
Oh, dude, I would tell you, if you weren't used to riding one of those, and I came from a Yamaha Radian to one of those.
Right.
And, yeah, most of the first month I had it, I had a turtle head poking out most of the time.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a bike.
Spooky. Then I rode my uncle's VMAX and just thought,
Oh my
damn.
god. That's one of my dream bikes is the new
And it
VMAX
handled,
1500.
because my V65 Magnet, it handled like a Honda Shadow pretty much.
Yeah.
But that Magna actually had some good handling to it, man. You could throw it around.
Yeah, it's surprising how well it works for a 28-year-old motorcycle.
Yeah, yeah. Even the newer ones. I had a friend, he was an old man. I know he dumped probably 15, 18 grand into one of those.
Wow.
And it was silly. He had it in the garage, and I think when he died, his wife sold him for like 20 grand. And he would have been pissed about that.
Yeah.
It was silly. Twin turbo. It had
Oh my
twin
god.
turbo. It was twin turboed. I
Oh
think it
my
had
word.
over 250 horse. It was silly, man.
That's
It was
just stupid.
ridiculous. Yeah, it was. And he was like a 70-year-old man.
Oh my
And he would
god.
ride it around town at 30 mile an hour. And
Yeah.
rev bomb it under the bridges and shit, yeah. Then you'd be on the freeway and you'd notice this little black streak past you at about 160 mile an hour. This gray hair. He never wore
That's
a helmet.
awesome.
Sunglasses. But, well, I don't blame him, though, because he got diagnosed with like 3 or 4 months to live, and it was his goal to sell everything he owned, buy a new Porsche Carrera GT, and drive it across the country before he died.
Okay.
He never got to do that, though. But he
Oh,
did
that
ride the
sucks.
hell out of that Magna right before he died. I do remember that. Yeah. Hold on. Let me mute this. My wife's asking who I'm talking about.
So did you hear YouTube is now going to start doing video in 60 frames a second?
I did not hear that.
Yep.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. It'll help for high-speed stuff.
Yeah.
Although your camera can do it. Mine only does 1080 by 30, but it's better than my 720 by 30 on the contour.
So you're saying that now YouTube, you have to have it in 60 frames per minute now?
Per second.
Per second. You know what, 60 frames a minute? That should look crazy. That'd look like a computer in 1989 or some shit.
Premier just sent me a text message. Hold on a second.
Yeah, because right now I only do mine in 720 third.
I do mine in 1080 42,
Really?
1080 47 or something like that.
Huh.
Oh, Hush Puppy. When
Yes,
I
sir.
put my new vlog up, you're doing the shirts, the new shirts every day or whatever.
Yeah, I've been
On my vlog, I mentioned about me putting.
I figured why not,
Well,
man.
on my
Every day
new
I've got
vlog, I
this
was talking about me.
stupid-ass T-shirts on.
Well, on my new vlog, I was talking about me wearing new dresses.
I cannot wait to see that vlog.
Yeah, I want to see
I cannot
Max
wait.
in a dress riding a injector around town. That's just
He
silly.
posted pictures on Facebook.
I haven't seen him yet.
Who's got the funky music in the background?
Oh, that's me. I'm sorry. That's Andre Segovia.
Oh, that's not it's not annoying.
Yeah, my mic
anything.
is nice. It's picking that up from across the room.
Nice.
That is Andre Segovia, Capriccio Arabe. And if you don't know who Andre Segovia is, look him up. He died in the late 90s, I believe. Classical guitarist.
So essentially, he died a couple years after I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't I see old BXD earlier? Yeah.
Yeah, he pops in once in a while.
Pokes his head in there and
Take
pokes his
it
little mushroom tip
easy.
around. Dude, it was funny. I was shoving shit down his throat. I was personal messaging on Facebook, sending him links to my videos and shit. Watch my shit, motherfucker.
Nice.
Oh, that shit was funny. Time for another food run. Oh, okay. Now I'm answering some messages.
Oh, hush puppy! I saw that
I-
picture of you having them two mules in your yard.
They're
Well, they're
Buells.
still
Come
sitting
on.
out there, man. I still got both boils in the backyard, man. They're both
Yes,
back there.
Buells.
Mine, yesterday when I made
Did
that
you
little music video, I
buy
actually
another one,
made
or
it.
was it a friend?
No. I actually made that music video yesterday. I did that right around noon, and I edited it all and put it together around 10 and posted it. I when I got
No, I
back
was
to
talking
the
about the other mule you had.
yeah, when I got back to the house, I looked over to the side and I noticed mine had a fork. The Thor had a right front fork was leaking. Had oil all over
Oh
it. It was
no.
on my. I didn't notice it on my ride. I had oil all
Oh
over
god.
my tires, on my brakes. It
Oh,
was it was bad. I was like, holy cow.
that's not
So,
safe.
so I called a friend of mine and said, do you have an extra? You have some fork seals and some fluid? And he's like, yeah. So we were planning to ride today, and this happened the day before. And we were planning to ride today, and I said, well, I'm out, man. I can't ride. And he said, well, I just bought that 1125 arch just like yours. You ride it. So I went over to his house and grabbed it, and we took about a 4-hour ride, and I brought it back, and I told him I was going to wash it for him and clean it up because it's filthy, man. He doesn't wash his shit, so I'm going to wash it all up and make it look presentable. And I've got some stickers from when I had my accident that they gave me that I'm not going to use. So, and his is missing some, so I'm going to give him the stickers that I have and make it look more factory.
Sweet.
I'm taking all the stickers off mine. I'm going
Man,
to
you
take the
got some
seal
cool
off.
friends that let you borrow their bikes.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I've been riding for a long time, and they know I ain't gonna fuck up their shit. Although today, we were riding a road that I really wasn't familiar with, but I was following him, and he's the kind of rider that blisters. He doesn't have unused portions or chicken strips. Where his chicken strips are, it's actually blistered and rubber's peeling off. I'm following him, and his bike handling is set up different than mine. It's a little tighter in the front, and it's a little twitchier. And I overran a corner on him, and well, he held up his fingers about a half inch from just going completely. And we were in the woods, so I'd have been in dirt immediately. As soon as you hit the white line, you're in dirt. I was real close, and I was yanking that one over, man. I was pushing so hard. I'm like, go, come on, come on. Well, it's nothing to do with the situation. He said you did everything right, man. He said you didn't fucking move. He said it sounded like you dug deeper into the throttle and threw it over more. I said, that's exactly what I did, man. I was trying to get out of it the best way I knew how.
Yeah. When in doubt, throttle out.
Dive it deep and throttle up. Give me some rear traction and get me out of this mess. I used to ride dirt bikes, man. That's how you ride a dirt bike.
Yep.
I rode
Steer
dirt
with the
bikes
rear wheel.
forever. And I came up out of it, and I pulled up next to him. He was holding his fingers up like a half inch, and I was shaking my head. He was laughing. I almost ditched his $4,000 bike, and he's laughing his ass off.
That's a good friend for you.
He is. All those derbies I rode are his. That red CR I rode was his. That's what he was on today. That red CR.
So he's got just a crap ton of bikes. So it's not.
He's got that big Victory that's in one of my videos. That 106 Victory.
See, when you have that many bikes, you don't care about.
He's got two Ninja 250s. One of them's pink with pink alligator seat. It's his wife's.
I sure hope so.
It is a pink and white Ninja 250. I think it's 91, 92, so it's an older one. Pink alligator seat. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Pink
God.
rims, pink and white paint job.
Wow.
He said
That's
he was going to
perfect
put
for
some
a girl.
flower stickers on it and shit. He's got a bunch of, he's got a shed in the back where he's got a bunch of really rare, older stuff, like an old Vespa. He's got a scooter that I've never seen. I believe it's Italian. I don't know the name of it. He's got a couple derbies. He's the one I went in on with the blue and white Derby. He actually bought it and I insure it, so he calls it half mine just because I pay $25 a month for the insurance. I don't even think it's that much.
What does he do for a living?
He works for an aircraft company.
Oh, there you go.
And he's been there for 25 years, so yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yep.
It's the big, if you watch, which one? The Derby, the 2000 Derby GPR ride it. That's one of my videos. I actually walk up to him and talk to him. He's a taller, kind of bigger built, shaves his head. That's all his shit. The Harley. Did I post it? No, no one ever seen it. I had one of his Harleys for 2 days.
Huh.
One of his Harleys.
Right.
What? How many bikes does this guy have?
I don't know. I could probably count them. I would say probably 20. Close to it. Between 15 and 20. But he rotates a lot of them, too.
Yeah.
He'll rotate a lot of them. I seen a gold wing. He had a gold wing for about 2 weeks. Bought it, sold it. I'm sure that blue Derby will go. The red one won't. He likes it too much. But the blue one he's not too attached to. So we'll probably end up getting rid of it. Once we fix it up a little more, we'll put an aftermarket pipe on it, make it like the red one, and then sell it.
Yep.
Oop. Phone.
Yeah, that was mine. I'm freaking Greymare out because he gave me his number a while ago and I never actually texted him, so I started texting him without telling him who I was.
That poor guy.
I know. I was like, who is this? Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you need to ride the 500.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
You would
I'd kill
die.
myself. I'd kill myself, but it'd be fun. I'd die with a smile on my face.
Yeah. Like, your 400 is nothing like that bike.
Oh, no. The reason I
honestly.
like the 400, it's not powerful for a 400. It's just so stinking smooth for the kind of riding I do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had one years ago. I love that bike.
I mean, it's not a fast bike, but it's got its purpose.
Yeah. Well, it's a Baja bike. Or a desert racer.
Yeah, it's kind of the cross between the XR250 and the XR600. The 600 was the Peterbilt
Yeah, it's a
desert
Baja.
racer. And the
Dude, for the life of me.
250 was
Anyone
the...
here friends with Enrique?
Who?
See, I can't think. I don't want to say his name, his full name, man, because...
Type it in the
Here,
chat.
hold on. I will.
I think I know who
Because
you're talking about.
Dude, I forget his motovlogger name all the time. I know his real name. I don't know his I know his motovlogger name, but I can't for the life of me remember.
Is that his last
Let's see
name?
if you guys... Yes.
Yeah.
What is his damn motovlogger name?
I do not know.
See, and I can't remember it. You guys mind if he, I'm talking to him on Facebook right now. I don't know what he's doing though. Oh, is he on? Yeah, he's on. Get another month. Let me see. Can I ask him if he want to join us?
I don't care.
That video I made, that's his kid that I made that video. The shout out for at the end of that video.
Okay.
Okay.
It's his kid. I had a fan, man. Who'd have thunk an 8-year-old likes a Buell?
Because it looks awesome, that's why.
I've already sent him an invite.
Oh, have you?
And it sounds awesome. So.
Oh, it does now. And I'll tell you what, it might be the tuning. Mine just might be tuned a little better. But that one I was on today, the one in back of mine in that picture, it's got an FMF pipe. Mine's an HMF. That's an FMF. It may not be tuned right or something, but when you get it way up in the revs and then let off and let the motor pull it down, snap, crackly, pop, and every once in a while you get a kaboom.
Not tuned right at all.
Not tuned right at all, but I'll tell you, it's got just as much nuts as mine. It was coming up in third on me at 90 mile an hour, and you don't need to slip the clutch to do that. You just hammer it down, and it comes up immediately. And I mean immediately. If you're not ready for it,
His
you can,
YouTube is Ride or Die.
Ride or Die, that's it. Thank you, Max. You are a fucking savior.
Graymare finally figured out who I was. He was
Just now?
Yeah,
Oh,
he was saying that his computer isn't set up for
That's pure rides, baby.
chat. So
Yeah.
okay, do you guys understand where I got my name from? I think I've
Pure
explained it
rides.
before. Yeah.
Pure. I don't know. You like pure cocaine? What? I'm joking, man.
No, it's a
I
cheesy
like that
thing.
pure shit, that 96% shit. Yeah.
Oh.
Getting goofy. No, I know you're really young.
Yeah, no. It's the
Compared to
Stupid
me,
play.
but I think everybody's really young compared to me.
well, yeah, kind of. It's a stupid play on the Pure Mission ad campaign.
Max, you're doing your bullshit again. Fucking for the.
I feel
Oh.
bad for
You
him.
know you like it.
I do like it. I do like it, man. It makes me think I'm getting abducted by some aliens and shit.
The probes.
But yeah, I got it from it's a cheesy thing off of the Pure Michigan ad campaign, you know.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, now I gotta watch that Michigan Motovlogger meetup Gray had posted, man.
Yep.
Yeah, if I
I
had a
still
road
have
bike,
to
I'd
find-
want to go.
I kill switched him. That shit was
Nice.
Graymare said, yeah. See, I was talking about Gray. I'm going way back in the conversation. It's probably 10 minutes ago. They said, I told him I was catching up on his videos. He's like, yeah, that's right. Watch my stuff.
Yeah, they're all good guys. All fun to ride with.
His desktop isn't set up for chat yet. Dude, I've seen guys come in on their phones, duct tape in the front of their bikes in a hangout. That shit was noted. Twitch did that one. How's that phone held on there? A little bit of tape?
Yeah.
You can see how easy my. Did you watch that little music vid thing?
I did, yeah.
I don't know where it is. I'd have to look at the time, but I roll onto the throttle, and you can actually watch it come up and come back down.
I think I noticed
And
that.
I think I'm in third. I don't know how fast I was going, but yeah. And I wasn't high on any RPMs either.
Right.
That's what's astounding about that stupid ass V twin, man. It scares you sometimes. Oh, and then my friend Johnny, that GSXR Johnny that's in my videos.
Yep.
He got, when we rode today, he got on Sean's bike, that 1125 CR, and he rolled up to me on at the stoplight. He's revving the motor next to me, and I said, "You do not want to hole shot that bike. You're used to that jixer, dude. You do not want to hole shot that bike. You'll wind up right back." And he was like, "What?" And I said, "Don't do it. Don't. Trust me. Don't."
Yeah, although you want to be scared by power, try catwalking my dad's bike. It'll pull the front wheel up in third, but it weighs 850 pounds.
Yeah.
What bike is this?
Triumph Rocket 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
It produces over 100 foot-pounds of torque off idle.
Yep.
800?
850.
Yeah. I know mine's got mad torque from idle, but it's not 100. And hell, the max torque on mine's about 86, I think.
Well, yeah, I think the max torque on the Triumph is like 154, but off idle.
That's
over 100.
ridiculous.
Yeah. The Honda Goldwing and F6B and whatnot makes 111 foot-pounds of torque off idle or something like
I
that.
do believe the new Buell 1190 makes 105.
Damn.
Not off idle, it's 105 max, but for a bike
Right.
that weighs 380, that's stupid.
That's really good for the power to weight ratio right there is.
Oh, it's 197 horse. It's 197 horse pushing that 110 foot-pounds of torque
Right.
on 390 pounds or 380 pounds. It's at the 1190 RX.
You want to buy me one?
Same motor as mine, just a bigger kit in it.
Nice. So next time an old lady backs over your bike, you get a new one.
That's the RX is 18 grand, and the RS with the race suspension is 40 G.
Oh my goodness! No wonder they don't sell any.
Dude, when Harley got rid of them, they started buying them out in 2000. They had over 50% by 2006. By 2008, they had more than enough to get rid of him, and they were letting them filter out the last of the XB12s. He came to them in 2007 and said, well, we've got this contract through 2010. I want to make another bike. I want a 400-pound bike that's got 150 horsepower. Give me the motor. And they were like, no, we're done with you. Fuck you. So he went to Austria and got that Rotax motor.
Yep.
And started building them. And then Harley cut them off in 2010. And that's when the very last bikes were ever made. And the only ones they were making at the time was the XB12 and that 1125. Even though they stopped production of the 1125 in 09, they still sold them in 010. It was just leftovers, and they were selling them brand new for $5,000 out of the Harley dealership in 2010. They were $5,000 brand new. Now a lot of the 09s like mine had a wiring harness problem that was caused by a rotor problem.
Right.
So I actually got all that when I first got my bike. I found out about all that and handed it to Harley, and they were under obligation to fix everything. I got a brand new wiring harness. I got a bunch of different relays switched out. Now I did have to buy the rotor. It was $250, but it's nice. It's a race rotor. It's got holes drilled in it. Keeps it steady real nice.
Right.
Nice.
And then when the woman ran over it, I got that header and the pipe out of this whole deal.
Nice. I know my dad's
Well, it wasn't that much more. The pipe alone was $400. The header treatment for it was $250. So
okay.
$650. Got it taken care of.
I know my dad's bike had a head gasket go out towards the back of the engine. It was just out of warranty, but Triumph was good, and he had a dealer replace it.
Yeah.
For free.
See, all my shit is old, so I have to fix it myself.
Well, I've got a bike that's 17 years old, and it's on the
28.
Well, my bike is on the original engine. Nobody's touched it, minus valve adjustments and oil changes.
Well, it's an XR400.
Yeah. Although I think the rings are going out. I'm destroying oil. I have to change it like every 100 miles. But that could be because I'm pounding it. I mean, I'm getting like 29 miles per gallon out of it.
Yeah. I had in my 400, I had a 440 kit in it.
Okay. Yeah, you can actually buy those for almost the same price as getting your cylinder board and a new piston kit. So.
Right. So there's an option for you.
But on the 96 and 97s, they had a weak countershaft bearing, so the 440 is a little too much for it. So
I had a 96 with the 440. It was fine.
Someday, if I go 440, I'm going to redo the whole engine and do, a TRX 400 crank.
You'll know this.
A stroker, electric start.
You'll know this. Suzuki Mike. Oh, sorry. Sorry, dude.
What?
Go ahead.
Hey, Dirt, you'll know the answer to this. My cousin, when this would have been, let's see, I would have been 50. I had my 120. I had an RM125. It was an 83. It was the first year they were water cooled. That would have been an 85, so I'd have been 15. I went over to my cousin's house, and his dad, I thought he said it was a 490. Says it was an RM. It was a two-stroke.
You mean a YZ490?
No, it was a Suzuki. I know it was a Suzuki. Could it have been a 500?
Yes.
Did they make the 500 in a two-stroke?
RM500.
Yeah, that thing was the beastiest, stupidest ass bike I ever rode in my life, man.
Yeah.
That was, well, I was 15. You have to remember that. I was, 5'7", 140 pounds.
Okay, well.
And my 125 was more than enough for me.
Yeah. Although you want scary, CR480.
Well, my dad got me.
Those things are light switches.
My dad got me a 250, the RM 250, and I rode it for 3 days and took it back to him and said, I want my 125 back. This thing's gonna fucking kill me.
Yep.
And then he went and got a DR 250. I loved that thing.
Those
Loved
things
it.
are nice.
Loved it. It was an 80. Good lord, what year is that? 86, I think. 85.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. DR. It was a DR 250. Now they make them in a 200. I don't even think they make 250s anymore. But it was a 4-stroke. It wasn't quite as. It wasn't even close to as scary as that fucking.
Well, no, because you got an air-cooled 4-stroke that's completely different
Well, yeah.
animal than a
Oh, yeah,
2-stroke.
Well, see, I didn't really appreciate a big 2-stroke until I got to Japan, when I found out what wondrous things they were when shoved into a race bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean a track bike. I'm talking not dirt. I mean street, like an RGV. I owned a couple RGV Gammers.
Dude, I'm jealous.
I had a 250 and a 500.
Oh my god.
A friend of mine had the 400. They made him in a 400 too.
Gee. I think the only experience I have with the 2-stroke is a 97 KX250. But this was before I got my 400, so the biggest bike up until that point I'd ridden was an XR200.
I bought both of mine off of the same guy. He was a 22-year-old that raced amateur races, and he did all his own mechanical work and stuff. And the first one, the 250 I bought off of him, only had 3,200 kilometers on it, so 1,700 miles.
Right.
But they were all track miles. But he tore it apart and rebuilt it constantly, so it was perfect. And he did take the suspension system out of it and put the stock suspension back in it for me. But that was a wonderful bike, man. It do, I think, let's see, 200, about 200 kilometers an hour, so 130.
40?
Yeah, 130, 140.
Yeah. And that's out of an 85 horsepower, but that thing only weighed 220 pounds, 230 pounds.
Oh, that's gotta be scary as crap.
And then I low-sided that in a medium grade sweeper low side on a left-hander at about 70. Oh, I rode it like a sled. I really did get hurt. I had full leathers on, but I still had road rash on my ass, man. I had road rash through leathers, yeah. You slide 200 yards, it happens. It gets hot.
Right.
And my gloves had studded palms, so I had burn marks in my palm where I was dragging my hand behind me.
Although, imagine how bad you would have ended up if you didn't have the leathers.
Oh, dude, and my helmet, I had 4 ping marks in the back of my helmet where my head was bouncing off the concrete.
That's why you never ride.
I was on a mountain road in Japan, in the Toad, Route 199, runs up through the mountains. It's a beautiful, beautiful road. And then I got the insurance check for that and went and bought the 500 off of him that he had. And that was one of the last. Yeah, that was one of the last of the Big Bang motors that before they made them. And that thing, it had 168 horse. Redlined at 17.
Yep, should have been something like
Straight
that.
Screamer, and it was a one. I think it weighed 330 pounds.
Yep.
It was ridiculous, man. I don't know about the torque on it. It's a 2-stroke, and you don't hit. My power came from about, I'd say, 10 all the way up until you blow it up.
Right.
Yep, those 2-strokes will just keep revving.
I remember coming down the mountain a little too fast, getting ready for a corner and downshifting quick, and the back tire just locking up, and you just ride it out. Let it ride out. It'll catch up.
Yep.
It'll catch up with itself. Ride it out. But that bike was an amazing machine. You could actually throw it into corners. You could actually slide it a little and get away with it. It was very forgiving.
Right.
And, yeah, it was
You guys are making me want a road bike now. Come on.
Wonderful piece of equipment, man. That thing was silly.
What's up?
What's up?
Enrique. I don't think we've met.
How's it going?
Good?
The only funny thing about that 500, he had the replica Schwann's paint job when he rode it on the track. So when I bought it, I kept the same plastics, and he rode for Camel. I had a big pack of, or Lucky Strike, I'm sorry, I had a big pack of Lucky Strikes on the side of it.
Right.
And the very next year after I bought it, he went to Pepsi.
Huh.
riding a Pepsi bike. It's still a Suzuki RGB, but yeah.
Right.
Mine was that bike that Kevin Schwantz rode in all those world championships, minus the $8,000 suspension and the $6,000 transmission it had.
Yeah.
Everything else pretty much the same.
It's awesome. Yeah, I got my Sierra when I was just after I turned 14 years old. The
That's
500.
awesome, man.
Gee.
Yep.
Damn. What'd you start on? What was your very first bike?
6 or 7 years old on an XR70.
Mine was 9 on an KX80.
Mine was 12 on an XR100.
Those were cool.
One,
Honda made one too. What was the Honda called? An MX100 or something like that? Little white
No,
one.
that was a Honda.
My cousin had one.
The Honda was the RX100.
XR.
Although-
Was it the RX? Okay. It was a little white one. I know it was a Honda, and it was
Yeah.
100.
Yep.
And that would have been late 70s. Late 70s.
Oh, okay. Then it might have been MX. Yeah, the MX.
That's what I
think, is
thought
like
it was, an
7.
MX100. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was late 70s. I'm telling you, I'm old, brother. I'm an old man. Gray hair,
Yeah, okay.
gray beard.
Captain Graybeard.
Captain Graybeard. Yes, sir.
Then
No,
when I
I
was on,
not. No, I don't. Do I? I didn't think so.
Sexy
My wife's
Hush.
like, he's got great pubes. And I was like, no, I don't. Not yet.
God.
Oh my
And I
god.
shaved my balls, so I don't know what color they are. She's just shaking her head at me. We're not lying, honey. We're not lying.
Why are you lying?
Oh, here. If this makes you feel better, we are live, but there's only 6 people watching, and it's probably all of us. So
Yep, so about 1. Well, no, we've got, what is his face?
Chris
Chris
F.
F,
Oh yeah.
Ride or Die, and Gray Bear.
Yeah, that I'll tell you, Chris F. That little red Derby, that 75cc, it does sound awesome. You get up or keep it around 10, 11 grand. That thing sounds great, man. If you guys watch that video, the speed limit on the road that I'm on is 70 miles an hour. That bike goes 72, I believe. I'm on it in a full tuck,
Finally
plastic
found,
GPC, ass in the air, in a full tuck on this little tiny 75cc Derby, passing these Harley guys all in a row. And I'm passing them. I'm passing them 2 mile an hour faster than they're going. And in the mix is a CBR and a Triumph Speed, one of the Speed triples.
Yep.
okay, wow.
And I pass them all, and we get up to the light, and I pull out, I look at my friend, and I go, "Do you see that, man? I took a CBR, I took a Triumph." And they were all just looking at me sideways as I'm like a big weed eater passing by them.
Giant bumblebee.
My son thought you were on a toy bike. He was like, Dad. He said, Dad, why is that bike so like? It sounds like it's cutting grass or something.
Because of the two.
That bike is gangster.
Because my weed eater has the same motor in it. That's why.
I like when you said you couldn't even get your elbows in. That shit was hilarious.
Dude, my forearms, and I mean, it's a serious GP riding position. You are up on top of the front wheel. My forearms kept hitting the rearview mirror.
It looks fun now.
Oh, it is a fun bike, man.
Yeah.
Those things are awesome. We've got a blue one now. There's 2 of those that exist now. I got a red one and a blue one.
Nice.
And he's also still has that little 50cc New Day that does 48, 49 mile an hour. I tried to get it to hit 50 that one day.
You tried.
I tried and failed.
Nice.
Yeah, that Magna you got, man, is beast.
What's that?
The Magna that
Oh yeah, that Magna.
Ah,
They
jeez Louise.
Oh, they're lovely,
That shit is
lovely.
beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Who's talking to me? Somebody's talking to me.
Yeah, the bike still looks brand new.
Nice.
Yeah, it does. It looks so clean, man, from your cluster and your visor.
Yeah.
I was like, man. Then I like when you You pretty much like left your dad, then went around an 18-wheeler.
Yep.
You're like, I'll be right back, Dad.
See you, bye.
See ya. I just dropped my head.
See, my dad loved CBs. He was a CB guy. He had a CB 650 forever, man. Before that, I think he had one. Was it a 400? It would have been in about 1970, 71. I think it was a CB 400 or something like that.
500 maybe?
It might have been a
550?
5. I don't know. I was a little dude. And he used to set me in front of him and put the helmet, a little gold flake helmet with a big bubble shield in front of your face. And he would set me in front of him. So I was nestled between his legs, and I'd hold on to the handlebars. And that's actually how I learned how to ride. And we'd go down to my grandma's house, and I remember looking at the speedometer, seeing 50, 60 mile an hour, and thinking, this is what it's like to fly. This is awesome. And I was hooked ever since. And when I begged him for a dirt bike for years until he thought I was getting mature enough that I wouldn't kill myself. And went out and got an old used KX80 that I tore up, and it was awesome.
Right.
Plus, he worked at Owens Corning Fiberglass, and he knew a bunch of machinists. So I had sprockets, I had anything that could be machined at my disposal anytime I'd ask. Hey man, can you give me a sprocket with 2 more teeth in the back? Could you tooth me up? Yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah. And since my dad was who he was, they're like, hell yeah, I'll make the boss's kid happy.
Nice.
Dude, I bent my forks. Here they are. Can you straighten them? Yeah, I can fix them. And I did. I hit a tree with my face.
Wow.
Back then, I wore a pair of jeans. I did have a Fox jacket that was pretty well protected if you fell down going 5 miles an hour.
Right.
And no helmet. Sometimes I'd wear gloves, sometimes I wouldn't. I didn't get a pair of race boots until I was 14. So from 9 to 13, I could have killed myself, man, because I would do 90 in the dirt like an idiot. I rode it like I ride my Buell. That's why you notice the dirt bike shifts every once in a while. I revert back because I'll go ahead and get the front wheel off the ground.
Yeah.
Just hold the clutch up for just a millisecond longer so you get the revs up, yeah.
Right. That's why I don't have a dual sport, because I know how I ride on the dirt. I would kill myself so quickly.
Yeah, you get some street tires on it, it's coming straight up in the air on you. The back tire is spinning, it's coming up. Especially when the tire gets hot. But I would do that with my friends. Let's see, that would have been in 1985. His dad got him a brand new 85 DR250. And that thing on the road, even with knobbies, was silly, man. I could fling it around. It would lift up in second like it was nothing.
Yep.
And it had turn signals.
Bonus.
But I was, like I said, I was 15. I didn't have my endorsement. I didn't get my endorsement until I was 16.
Right.
I was 17 before I had mine.
Mm-hmm. Well, my dad wanted me to ride with him, so.
Yeah, my dad wants me to ride with him, but, you know, I got to buy my own bike and kind of need college.
I'll sound spoiled. I had it was used, but it was only a year old Radian waiting for me when I came back with my endorsement.
Nice.
Yeah, I took it on his CB650, my test.
Okay.
Cool.
And I came back and that Radian was sitting there. And I said, "You get another bike?" He said, "No, but you did." I was like, "Huh? What?"
You were like, "The fuck?"
If I would have known the lingo back then, that's exactly what I would have said. But it was more of me standing there crying.
Did you drop to your knees? You dropped to your knees. You were like,
no, I didn't drop to my knees. I was just sitting there, man. I was standing there in the driveway with my hands in front of me, and the keys were in it. And he goes, "Well, what the fuck are you waiting for, man?" And I went, "I'm waiting for my gears to clear up so I can see clearly."
Did your dad play 2 tickets to paradise when you got on the bike?
I didn't have a road helmet then, and so he threw my MX helmet at me and said, "Take it, go." So
Yep.
I was the first to ride that was considered a sport bike back then. I was the first to ride a sport bike with an MX helmet.
You were ahead of your time.
Oh, no, it was funny. I think we went out and got another, I got a helmet later on, probably a couple days later. But see, there were no helmet laws back then, and there still aren't in the state of Ohio, but now it's changed to where I think you have to wear a helmet until you're either 18 or 21, something like that.
Yeah,
I know in Michigan it's 21. Yeah.
Your first year of having an endorsement, you have to wear a helmet. Back when I did, no, you could throw a pair of sunglasses on with some cut-off jean shorts and flip-flops and take the fuck off if you wanted to. Which is silly, but
Yeah.
I know in Michigan.
I'm glad they changed the laws.
Yeah, you can get around to having your endorsement for a year by taking an MSF course, but that's kind of full.
Yeah.
Best thing I ever did. I never took an advanced rider course until I went to Japan when I was in the military, and to get a a street license to ride off base in Japan, so you can go up in the mountains. You
Right.
have to take their driver's course, which is the beginner and advanced courses. It's 2 weeks long. It's classroom time. It's ride time. I took it on my 250 because I'd already bought it, which is the easiest freaking thing to take that test on, man. That thing was hilarious. And that was the best thing I ever did,
Yeah.
was taking all that. It was cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I took mine last year.
I think everybody should have to take some advanced courses. What are you doing, Max? Get out of my coffee, dude. Dude, you're knocking my shit. Thank you.
I know I'm going to take one.
I got a 92-pound Doberman that thinks he's a fucking poodle or something, man. I don't know. He thinks he's little. He just bull in a china shop, aren't you? Which is a myth, by the way, if you watch the Mythbusters.
I saw that.
I saw that.
Careful as anything, man. I'd have knocked more shit over than that bull did.
Yeah.
Right?
Huh, Pat? Oh, don't lick my face. Don't lick
Yeah, I have a 55-pound Springer Spaniel puppy that thinks
Damn!
he's a lapdog.
Damn! That's a big Springer. I had a Springer. I think he weighed 35, maybe 40 at the most.
Yeah, mine's 55. He's a big boy.
Then we had a Brittany. She was smaller.
Yep.
Do you need to go out? Oh, he needs to go outside, don't you? My battery's
All right,
full. I can carry the laptop with me.
Boy.
Oh, I can carry the laptop. Come on, let's go out. You need to go outside? Oh, no, he just wants to lay on my lap, dude. Oh,
You see?
he wants to lay on my lap.
He wants to cuddle.
Yeah, he wants to snuggle, don't you, pal?
It's too hot for that.
Get over it. Oh, God,
I'm
you're a
allergic to
heavy-ass
anything with
bitch.
fur, so that's kind of out.
Mm-hmm.
You do the what now?
I'm allergic to anything with fur, so.
Oh, that sucks.
And I wish BXD was here because he coined another phrase that I used the other day, and I didn't do it on a vlog or anything. I had pulled straight into my friend's garage on my bike, and he goes, "Oh, you shouldn't do that, man." There you go, like a 50-point turnaround. I said, "No, I don't." I propped it up on the kickstand and spun it around. I said, "BXD calls that the kickstand, bitch." He was like, "What? And who is that?" Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a couple people doing that.
Greg, what is going on, man? I didn't even notice you were in here.
You know,
Yeah, I'm here if my phone's working.
Oh, hey. We can hear you.
Yeah, he did come on his phone. There you go.
Yeah, I just try to do it on my computer. My computer, the microphone doesn't jive with the desktop, so I'm trying this business out on my phone. I'll
Nice.
get technological up in here.
Open here.
up in here.
Up in here.
Up in here.
Yeah, Hush, you've been riding bikes forever. I took the MS last summer.
See, now you make me feel old. He's like forever. Forever, ever?
That's
Forever.
good, bro. That's good. Good on everything.
Well, see, Spacepod. I
good,
think Spacepod made a video on like the kind of rider you are. Either you're the kind that when you started out, you were all geared up and real cautious and shit, or you were the one that just hopped on and went like a bat out of hell. That was me. I was the guy that had to crash 50 times to get as good as I am.
When I first rode a dirt bike, I wore a T-shirt,
Yeah, exactly.
jeans, tennis shoes.
I said in my gear video, yeah, did I ever get hurt not wearing a helmet? Yeah, I hit a tree with my face.
I know I had a friend
I
who
still have the scar. I split my lip in half.
he's the one that
Oh
got
my
me into
God.
dirt bikes, and he's gave me my first pair of boots. He's like, dude, you need these. I was wearing tennis shoes before.
Yeah, I was wearing tennis shoes, man, and some like Nike Diegos and shit. Little canvas ass motherfuckers.
Although my dad wanted me to wear a helmet, so I was wearing, half helmet with blue flames because the helmet I ordered off of eBay
See,
hadn't come in yet.
I still would have hit my face.
Yep. Although, first dirt bike, got it off the trailer and ran into the back of the trailer.
There you go.
That's awesome. Now, I will say when he got me that KX, I did the right thing. I was in the yard and he was teaching me. He's rocking back and forth on your foot, find your friction points on it. You're going to figure it out. And he said, and what made me learn the fastest, he goes, you learning this with the clutch mechanism and how to shift will help you drive a car. And I went, oh, goody. Yeah, I remember thinking, I'm going to be the best driver in the world. I still drive like shit.
Well, yeah, you're talking on the phone eating donuts and getting pulled over by cops. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Without a seatbelt.
With your seatbelt on, you are absolutely correct. Steered with my knee. Fucking powdered donut, fucking powdered sugar all over my face. Good thing I got friends, man. That's all I can say.
Right?
Glad I went to school with you guys. He was walking back to his car. I'm like, glad I went to school with that dude.
Yeah, a cop taught me how to drive, so I'm not terrible.
Your dad's a cop, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, there you go.
J-turns are fun.
Yeah, see, my backyard looks so cool right now. So cool. A friend of mine left his, if you seen that picture I posted on Facebook, there was a white Hayabusa parked there with it.
Yes?
That Busa's there, and those two Buells are sitting there in my backyard.
Nice. So you've got two good-looking bikes and one that looks like crap.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. I have two beauties and one monstrosity. I called it the big fat pig all day. And he goes, wait. Now, see, this guy's only been riding about 5 years. He scares himself all the time. I asked him 13 times, why do you have that bike, man? Seriously. Why do you have that bike? You should be, at this point in stage, you should be riding like, I don't know, CBR 500, something like that.
Yep. Although 5 years?
Yeah, he still scares himself. I'm telling you, after 5 years of me, well, see, I had all that dirt bike experience.
Well, it depends on
Even
what you
after
ride,
2 years of riding a dirt bike and then jumping up to a 125, I was pretty good, I'd have to say. I mean, I wasn't racetrack quality. I wasn't fucking old number fucking 338 or nothing, but
I know it's really how much you actually ride. Years don't mean anything.
I rode every day, dude. I rode
There are
every
some people
day,
that ride
nonstop.
3,000
I couldn't
miles a
wait
day.
to get home from school, drop my books, mix up some gas, and
I
go.
was the same way.
Yep.
Dude, I couldn't wait. And then
Constantly on the bike.
I'd wheelie out of the front yard, across the street into the cornfield, and just go.
Yep.
Nice.
That was my whoopties, the cornfield.
Yeah, because I know my dad, when he first got into road bikes, he had a Shadow Saber 1100.
Oh, yeah.
He put,
Oh, that's a nice one.
yeah, he had a nice Cobra exhaust. It sounded sweet.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Max.
Ghost Flames and Candy Apple Red paint job.
Oh my god.
You know,
Hold on,
Viper
I'm not going to
Blue
mute
and
myself
gold.
because I'm
for
going
the
to yell at
flames.
this motherfucker.
But he put 50,000 miles on it in his first 3 years.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Oh, my God.
Hey, Dirt Rider, did you get your Speedo fixed?
Oh, my God.
I did not.
Hey, listen to this. You guys will love this. He wouldn't come in because he was pissing on the Busa. I swear to God, I looked out. I was like, I muted the mic. I was like, get your ass in here. And I peered through the dark. He's got his leg hiked on the front wheel, man. That's hilarious. Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
My boy. My
Oh
boy.
my god.
My boy. So nice.
Anyway, no, I did not get it fixed. I think it's either the cable or the front wheel thing.
Well, you missed a hell of a bike night.
Dude, I wanted to go so bad.
There was
I couldn't.
there was a chromed out Lambo,
Dude.
and then there was an Aventador, an orange one.
Oh my
Flipped
god.
around, and there were
I
probably
love
like
the
400
I
bikes.
love the Aventador.
Who else went with you?
It was wall to wall. I met up with Corbs,
Okay.
and we had a guy rides all the way from Battle Creek to
Damn.
go to
I've
the
been to
bike.
Battle Creek. That's where they make all that cereal.
Yeah, so he quit making cereal to ride out and go to bike night.
Yeah, that's awesome.
M&M's from right down the road there.
Hey, Hush Puppy, check the link I posted in the group chat.
Yeah, your dress pictures. You look very
Hold
pretty.
on, let me look. See, hold on, let me look,
But you
Max.
need to work on your makeup skills. though.
Since
That's
you're
the thing.
shoving yourself in a dress, I want to see it. Oh, come on, man. Everybody's seen your face. Why you gonna put a helmet on? Why won't my computer scroll down? Your link sucks, dude. I just got to go to your page. Is what I got to do. Hold on. Let me get out of this here. Facebook.
I had the Camaro out at Michigan International Speedway on Friday.
Sweet.
Drove that thing on the track and everything.
Do
That's
you
awesome.
have the 6-speed manual or the automatic?
Mine's an automatic, but I had it specially tuned so it is actually shifts quicker than a human possibly can.
Yeah, but it's not fun driving, though.
Hey, when you have an automatic that squawks in third,
Yeah, that's awesome.
then
Because
Who's
I know
that?
my
Is that Gray?
here's the rub with the Camaros. The 6-speed manual is a Trimec, and it's the weak link in the drivetrain. People are just blowing out slave cylinders like crazy, and so the manual version of the car, the transmission isn't as good as the 6L80E. So basically, I have a heavy-duty truck transmission
It's a
in my
6L90, if
in my
I'm not
Camaro.
mistaken.
What car was I
80 was
reading
supposed to be-
about where they said the automatic was better than the stick? Oh, that silly little car with the box with the parallel motor, Subaru BRZ.
Okay, I was just asking because you look like you have next to the same car as my future brother-in-law. He's got a 2010 SS2, same color, but he's got the 6-speed manual. That thing is sweet.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do like a manual, but in this particular instance, I think the automatic is just a little bit more bulletproof than the manual, especially when you start getting into when you start getting up in horsepower, above 400.
Yeah,
with
he's got the
bolt-ons and stuff.
6.2 naturally aspirated.
Oh
But
my
he's
God, my wife, man.
He's a sheriff deputy in West Virginia, so he knows those roads, and man.
My wife's funny. My wife posts the funniest shit, dude. She posts all these crazy memes, man. It's insane what my wife posts. You know, silly little old-timey memes that look like they're old-time people.
Yeah, like the mid-50s stuff.
Yeah, 50 shit. It's got this woman with a flower pot with a big weed plant in it. And the guy's handing it to his wife, and he says, I bought you weed because flowers just can't get you high. I'm like, my wife is ridiculous, man. Anything that makes her giggle, she'll post it, no matter what it says.
Yep.
It's funny shit. Like the one with the baby. Oh, the baby one was funny. It was a picture of a woman, a real picture that somebody took in like a Speedway or gas station or something, where this woman's getting a Slurpee, and there is a newborn baby, probably a couple months old, at her feet.
Oh my God.
And it said, sometimes you just got to put that baby on the floor and get yourself a Slurpee. Woo! Yeah, my wife posts some funny shit, man. Who do you think buys me all those crazy T-shirts I post?
Wait, you actually own all of hers?
Oh yeah, dude, those are pictures of me. I take a selfie. If you want me to start including my face, I will, but I'm an ugly motherfucker. I break my cane and shit.
I love those T-shirts.
So yeah, the one I have on right, I'm still wearing it. It says I'm about to do something awesome.
Yeah.
I've got another one in there. I'll post, and it says, let's see, I've got one that says, I don't get drunk, I get awesome. True story.
Yep.
I've never.
I have one that
actually
says,
done
"Stand back. I'm going to try science."
Yeah,
Try being underlined.
the one, I'll give you guys a preview. The one I'm going to wear tomorrow says, I'm a super, what's it say? Oh man, now I gotta find it. She just bought it for me. It says, I'm a superhero with no powers or motivation.
Yep.
Yeah, they're still popping fireworks where I live at, so
Dang.
Wow.
I'm hoping somebody blows their hand off
Well,
or
they're
something.
popping fireworks where I'm at. No, well, no, the neighborhood I'm in, that's probably just gunfire. I'm sorry.
Well, actually, around our house, we had a guy. He was making homemade fireworks. I think it was Thursday night. He ended up burning his house down.
Oh,
Holy
that's nice.
shit.
That's nice.
Yeah.
There was
And
some
the
accident.
idiot admitted he was making homemade fireworks, so now he's not getting house insurance money.
Yeah.
There
Where
was
I
some-
live, they started popping off fireworks about 2 weeks ago, and they'll pop off fireworks for like another 2 weeks.
Yep, pretty much.
Because I got a ton of lakes like around my house,
Right.
and all the homeowner associations for the different lakes, they all put on a fire show per lake, and they try to outdo each other every year.
Nice.
So I get like city grade firework shows that just surround my house.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Until you're trying to sleep, then it just sucks.
Yeah, because they go all night, and it sounds like all night it sounds like someone's stomping on my roof.
Right. Sounds like a freaking war zone going on.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun, but after 3 weeks of straight up fireworks every night,
Right.
you're like, all right, guys, blowing stuff up is cool. Yeah, America, I get it, but
I need sleep.
a man has to get some sleep now.
Am I the only one that finds it funny the 4th of July is celebrated by eating food and blowing stuff up?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Sums it up. Oh, I saw a terrible meme today. It was like, I walked up to a French guy and asked him if he speaks German. The guy said, no. You're welcome.
Yeah. I've actually said that to people before. I've actually said that. It was it was a French guy, as a matter of fact. I got an argument with him. I said, well, if it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking fucking German right now, clown. And then I said something about go back and make some rich, creamy sauces for me or something.
Yep.
Now go make me a rich, creamy sauce.
What you need to do is go into a French restaurant and then order like Wiener Schnitzel or something.
I need some schnitzel.
And like lager beer, and then all of a sudden do a face palm and go, oh yeah, that's right, we won that war. I'll have a baguette and some cheese and some wine.
Yeah. You're fucking hilarious, man.
Hey, guess what? Mentorship showed up.
Where? Oh,
He's
am I in the
looking.
wrong? I'm looking at the wrong shit.
He's been there for a while.
Really?
Who?
I didn't-
Where am I? Oh, I'm on
In
my
the YouTube chat?
Oh yeah, you're
Quit
right.
poking me. Quit
No, that
poking
was
me.
actually
Dude,
last
you poke
time.
me, I'll poke you back.
This is
You know, all mine are poke back, so somebody actually poked me at one fucking time. I didn't start the poking. I just finished the poking. I don't start fights, man. I just finish them. That's all.
Speaking of poking, where's Llama Goose been?
Llama ran into some problems, man, and he had to move. And he is in West Virginia, and you know they don't have fucking cable or internet or nothing in West Virginia.
Oh, so he can't post via smoke signal?
No, his shit's still all boxed up, and he's getting ready to either get a roommate or get a place, and he'll be back on. Man, he can't edit. He's riding, he's working and riding, but he can't edit or do anything computer based really because his dad doesn't have it, and he really can't set up for it.
Right.
Oh, so he's got technical issues, huh?
He's got big technical difficulties. Now, I do talk to him. I text him every other day, talk to him about once a week on the phone. So.
Well, here's your chance to beat him in the sub war, man.
If you notice, how many
That's
people,
right, kick him while he's down.
Only 6? Okay. Listen, man.
I'm just kidding.
On any of my videos, you will never, ever see me ask for a fucking sub or like, nothing like that. That's not.
I've never asked. I always say thank you, though.
I do say thanks for watching. I always say thanks for watching and shit like that. So.
Okay, for some reason, though, I have 79 subs. I know there are a lot of people way more entertaining than me that have more or less than that.
Hey, man, I know people a lot less entertaining than you that have over 10,000, all right?
Oh,
so there you go, pal. That's a very good fucking point.
You know, I got a theory on this. I don't think it has anything to do with the type of videos you put out, the type of content, how good it is. I think it has more so to do with networking. You know, getting on Hangouts and then doing multiple
networking.
Multiple medias, Facebook and Instagram.
And I'm not really doing this to push myself. It's
no,
because
I'm just
I
doing
like
it to
the
have
guys.
fun.
I like the guys in here. I like talking to you guys. You guys know bikes and cars and shit, and that's what I like to fucking talk about. And it makes my wife roll her eyes and walk out of the room.
Speaking of cars, I'm gonna go look at a new one tomorrow to finally replace the truck I crashed. It's an 06 Impala because I need practical with.
Not a big Chevy guy.
Yeah.
Say what?
I'm not a Chevy guy. I know. I see your fucking Camaro. I know. I'm not a big Chevy guy, dude. They're big, fat pigs. Big, fat pigs. I'll say it again. Big, fat pigs.
What kind of cars do you like?
Classics.
I don't know, because you guys will hunt me down and fucking shoot me if I tell you what's out in my driveway.
What is it?
No,
Toyota?
I do have an F-150. No, I got an F-150 with a 5.4 Triton. It's a badass, too.
Those 5.4 Tritons are terrible for reliability, though.
No, mine's got 272,000 miles on it, brah.
What year is it?
Okay.
It's a 99.
There you go. That's why.
It's a 99 F-150 5.4 Triton, 272,000 miles.
Nice.
The newer ones kind of went to shit.
It's got a sunroof, 3-tone paint that goes from black, silver to gray. Got some graphics on the side. It's the year before they came out with the Harley Davidson edition, so it's got the Patriot tonneau cover and a sunroof and wood-lined interior and CD changer. It's a nice truck, yeah.
I'm the kind of guy, I like Chevys, but I can admit, every car company has their lemons and their good cars. I mean, I'm not going to be super picky.
I agree with that. But I do
Most of my
cars.
Over 50% of the cars I've owned in my entire life, hell, my first car, have been imports, man. Now, one of the best cars I've ever owned was a Mustang GT. Well, it wasn't a GT. It was a 5-liter. It was a 92 LX 5-liter.
Nice.
That was a badass, because it outran the GT. It was 500 pounds lighter. Had the same motor.
I'm not really a big fanboy of any one particular make or model. I guess the reason why I ended up with the Camaro was in 2010 when I was looking. The Camaro was the biggest bang for the buck as far as
dude, if you were going to say Transformers, I was going to spit shit out my nose.
I like Camaro's looks. Okay, shallow, but the looks of the Camaro and the Challenger just kill the Mustang.
Now, I will say this. Mustang's fallen off. I was a big Mustang fan for years. I'm still a big Ford truck fan. But the Mustang fell off, and I started when I've got a lot of friends that are cops. They have those Chargers, and a couple of them have the Challengers.
Yep.
Those things, man. Oh, my. I've driven one of the police editions.
We actually have a Dodge Charger.
My mom drives a Dodge Charger.
Now,
It's for
the
the
New
police
York,
department though.
the town I live in, they just got new Fords, but they're nasty Fords.
The Taurus twin turbo V6s.
Yes, it's a Taurus twin turbo V6 with 405 horse all-wheel drive. It is ridiculous.
Oh my god.
It ran 160 mile an hour next to my bike. That
Wow.
car ran
Nice.
160 next to my bike. I attest to it because I watched it do it. He was right on my ass, and I was doing 160. He's a friend of mine. We went out on a back stretch we know that we could hit, and he turned his lights on and took off. And he took off and thought that he was going to stay in front of me.
That's all.
Oh, I passed when I hit third. I passed him. He was like, "You did a wheelie at third." I said, "That wasn't a wheelie. That's a mere power lift. That's what my bike's got. That's not a wheelie. I wasn't trying to do that. That's just full throttle. Sorry."
Right.
But then I hit 160 and leveled out. My bike will only.
Your bike's not a top
I don't
speed
know the
runner.
top end of my. No, it's not. I don't know the top speed of my bike, but I'm guessing from what I've seen, it's about 175. I was at about 160, just holding it, and he was right behind me. So.
Although anything above 150, you don't really need. I mean, you're gonna have a lot more fun if you can get there faster.
Yeah. And if you notice, I haven't even shown it. I've got some video of me making a run out on a freeway where it's a median split, light traffic, and a downhill and an uphill, so you can see for about 2 miles.
Okay.
And I ran it. And when I hit the bottom of that hill, you were live. I don't want to say what I was doing. It was crazy. Put it that way.
Nice.
Here.
I know my dad has had his bike past 120, but
I've had mine to about.
And I had a
160.
little more. But then I started back up the hill, and it came down 2 miles an hour, so I backed off of it.
nice. I know my dad actually set the electronic limiter on his to 145 because it can go faster.
Now, what I'm saying, I was doing that steady it goes down the hill and it levels out for about a half a mile, and then it starts going up the hill,
Okay.
and that's what I was at. And it had a little more to give, man. It just, I don't know if it was the wind. It wasn't hitting the red line yet. It had a little more. I may need a valve adjustment because I've got 12,700 miles on it. And the valve adjustment was due at 12.5. Woohoo.
Mm.
But they had it apart at 11 when they did a bunch of motor work for mine during that accident.
Yeah.
They had it apart at 11,000, and he said, "I looked at all your shims. It's a 4-shim system." He was like, "I looked at all your shims. All your tolerances were perfect."
So then you don't need to check them if they already checked them.
Well, yeah, 12.5. That's what I'm saying. So that's about what my bike will run. But it's not about that. It's about how it fucking gets there,
Yeah.
Right.
and how it feels when it's doing it. It actually reminds me of the high end of a 2-stroke. How it feels. It's just instantaneous. It revs so fast for a V-twin. It revs like a 2-stroke.
Yeah. Mine just feels like a recliner doing 150.
This gonna scare the crap out of me.
He's got a couch that'll do 170.
See, when I was younger, I used to ride with my dad on his Shadow, and he had that 1100 with both him and I on it over 100. That was actually.
I did
scary.
160 miles an hour with my uncle riding on the back of his Magna that he had.
Yep.
And then we did 165 on us when the Hurricanes came out. He had a Hurricane 1000, a blue one, and I was on the back of it. And we did 165 on it. My dad actually got mad at me on that one because he came in and I was bragging about it.
Oops.
He said that Magna's got a backrest. That Hurricane doesn't.
Yeah,
He
that's.
goes, "Oh,
that's
you
a big
keep been
thing.
riding so long." He knows. He got hold of me. He was like, "No, you're not listening to me." Okay. I actually had my arms around him, and I had my fingers dug up under where the tank met the frame. I was holding on to the gas tank.
Wow.
Is what I was doing. And we were moving.
Oh yeah.
On the freeway, through traffic. Now, my
Yeah,
uncle used to
the
drag
cars
race
are moving
bikes,
at
man.
that speed.
My uncle drag race bikes. He was doing 7.8 quarter miles and shit.
Oh
so
my goodness.
he can ride. Oh, his drag bike was let's see, He got addicted to Suzuki motors. He was taking motors out of a 1200 Bandit, making them 1340, 220 horse, nitrous, um, and with the wheelie bar on his bike and the 12-inch drive tire. I think it was 14 foot long, had a fan shifter on it, was a little thumb, plink, 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 plink. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful piece of machinery. I rode it down a dirt road. That was fun. The little skinny front tire just digging in, and the rear tire won't let you steer.
It sounds like riding with a paddle tire on the dirt bike.
It was, dude. It was like riding a spoon. I'm telling you, man, it was silly.
Nice.
And then I got it out on the concrete and fucking hammered it a little, and the back wheel spun. It scared the shit out of me. I did a 30-point turn and went back. That's the one you like. Come here. Give me kisses. You give me kisses.
I will not give you kisses.
Now just think about it. That dog
Damn.
licked its own butt.
That was my wife.
Well, I stand corrected.
He licked his own balls.
Well, yeah.
My wife's purty. My wife looks like Uma Thurman.
Who?
Uma Thurman. She's an actress.
Okay.
Pulp Fiction.
Kill Bill.
Yes. She does. Everybody tells you that goofball. Who hasn't told you that in your life? Who hasn't? That's what I
She
thought.
just outed him on the Google Hangout.
Either that or Maud.
You're not Maud, honey. You still look like Uma. You're actually built better than she is, in my opinion. I've seen her naked. I've seen Mad Dog in Glory. That's Uma Thurman movie with Robert De Niro, and it's called Mad Dog in Glory. And yeah, she stands up out of a bathtub, butt-ass naked. And my wife looks better. I wouldn't have married her, dude.
And she lets you have bikes, so I mean, complete package.
She doesn't let me have bikes. She loves the fact that I have bikes. That's it.
There you go.
I know my mom made my dad buy his first.
My wife actually, I had a Z-Rex, $1,200, and sold it just because I felt I didn't have time to ride it before I actually do the job that I do now. I had the same job, or same company, but different job, and I was busy so much I never got to ride. I never got to play golf. I never got to do anything. And so I ended up selling it because I felt bad because it was such a beautiful bike sitting there and it wasn't getting ridden. I think in 3 years I put 4,000 miles on it.
Wow.
And it's sad, man. So I ended up selling it, and I went about 3 years with that bike, and I was rolling through Craigslist one night looking at bikes, and she was like, let's just get another bike. So then I started looking around, and that one fell in my lap. I was at a guy's house doing a job, and it was sitting in his garage next to a new Harley. And he goes, oh, I'm thinking about selling that thing because my back can't take it anymore. I'm old and fat. He said, it's a beast, though. And I said, you got the keys? He's like, yeah, it'll start right up. I said, let me take it for a ride. We'll make a deal. I was doing a job at his house. So I got that job for the equivalent of about $2,000 worth of work.
Wow.
Wow.
And a gun. I gave him a 66 Enfield jungle carbine.
Dude.
I paid $300 for that gun. It was worth about $8, but I paid $3 for it. I wasn't sad to watch it go. I redid all the wood on it. I bought it to redo it and sell it. So
Right.
instead, I bought it and gave a little booster to his, because I said I'll do this job for it. And he was like, I said, I got a nice 66 Enfield. He was like, oh, let me see it.
That's how I got my bike in trade.
Yep, that's how I got it.
That's how I got mine.
Yep, I traded cash for mine.
He said I traded a stack of stinky ass cash for my shit.
Yep, all $1,100 worth.
Hey, and if anyone's watching, if you guys watch my latest video, do not, please understand, I know I don't have a jacket on, No one said anything in the comments of the video, thank God. But it's all been Facebook hits. What are you doing? You know, hey, come on
Hey,
now.
hey, Hush.
Yeah.
You know Tina Camacho, right?
Yes.
All right, so I think it was Chase Byers, and he's been posting some pretty sick photos of him riding, and I think he just has a vest on and a T-shirt. So it's like Psycho Cruiser was like, "Oh, you got to wear a jacket and a this and a that." So I was like, "Fuck it."
Really? Psycho Cruiser said that to him?
Yeah, so I told Chase, I go, "Hey man, it's so fucking hot, squid for me too." So all these people were like, "Oh yeah, the air feels good," and then Zoti was like, "Squid today," because he's usually like, you know, Mr. Safety. But it was hilarious because Tina basically said we're all accountable for ourselves. She goes, "We all squid at some point. Maybe some people do it more than others." But she goes, "As long as you are at peace with what you're doing." Basically, she was telling people to shut the fuck up. It was great.
That's a very good way to put it. And I will explain it this way. I knew I wasn't going to be riding really hard that day. I said that to a friend of mine, and he goes,
Hey guys, there's a guy in the YouTube chat, Kipper, and he wants to know what bikes we got. So go right down the list and fill the guy in.
"Who's room on him?"
I guess I'll start.
Yeah.
I got a 2000 Honda CBR 954 double R.
Double R.
Double R.
Double R, baby.
But you can see it in the picture of my little collage. I also got a.
Tell them who's talking, because sometimes they can't tell.
Oh yeah, this is Greymare. There, see it's up there. I got the CBR 954. I've got a Yamaha Raptor 700R.
It sounds like a Ninja 600, or a Ninja 300, but it's a CBR. I looked at it. I'm joking with you.
Yeah, you with your well.
That sounds like it needs some fucking timing work. But it doesn't. That's straight dyno tuned.
All right, who's next?
All right, Pure Rod's your turn.
All right, a 1997 XR 400R. Converted to street legal, of course.
Oh yeah, and it's pretty.
For
I ride
17 years? Yeah.
Yeah. I rode a 1986 Honda V65 Magna 1100, and also I raced a 1986 Honda CR500.
And the Magna has a lazy boy for a seat.
It does.
Well, apparently,
It does.
Dirt Rider's just saying he likes a crap ton of power and some crappy suspension. I mean,
Hey,
Hey now.
Well, I saw his bike and I was like, I don't have a seat in my living room that looks that comfortable.
Dirt Riders may be riding the couch, but it'll take most 600 Super Sports.
that is
It
true.
will.
Oh, you need to do that.
All
I
right,
want to see a
Rodder,
video
now.
of some guy just freaking out.
DS Jeffers actually challenged me on his 675 Daytona Triumph.
Ooh.
It's going to happen.
That'd be a nice little race. I'd like to see that.
Well, it better happen soon. He was telling me that he's got to sell his bike.
I want to see it up to about 100, 120, because after that, I think you're toast.
Me?
Yeah.
We'd have to see.
I don't know. I'd have to see that.
Who's next?
All right, Hush, your turn.
09 Buell 1125R. It's a beast. His name is Thor because he drops the hammer.
I ride a 2009 Suzuki GSXR 600.
Jigs.
The Jigsaw. Those are good ones. You got like adjustable power options. You can dial that down, can't you? Matt.
Yes,
why?
I can. It's got that power
See,
bank.
I think that's cool
torque.
just for the fact, like, if you're using that for like a tour, I think that's great for like touring bikes because you can get better gas mileage. If you're riding in all the rain and shit, you don't have to worry about over throttling, getting fucking stupid. So I think that's a good idea, man. You get great gas mileage, plus you can go ahead and hammer on it without losing it.
Oh, yeah,
Now, for
definitely
beginner
a
riders, I don't think
great
that's a good idea.
beginner bike.
I don't think so because you may get I think you might end up hurting yourself because you'd be used to getting on the throttle hard and then go ahead and turn it to 100% and do that and end up on your back.
Yep.
I don't know.
Snap
I'd have
your
to take,
feet.
see, I can't determine because I never did it that way. When I went up. I went from an 80cc to a 125 to a 250 back to a 125 to a 250 street bike to a 500 street bike to a 600 street bike. I mean, I worked my way up.
Right, same here.
I haven't worked anywhere yet.
Which is funny because when I was 17, I was riding a V65 Magna, and I worked my way up to that.
Yeah.
But I respected it for what it was. I knew what it could do, and I respected
Oh,
it.
yeah.
At this point,
Ninja Shifter wants to know what are our thoughts on the GSXR 750. Are we done with the Who Rides What?
A new one or an old one? A new one?
Well, he didn't say newer. He didn't specify.
If you're going to buy an older one, yeah, the older ones, I'd say 92 to 95. The Gixxer 750s were good bikes. I can attest that I seen close to 170 on that bike. And that was a 94, 95, I think. 99,
Now,
up to 99.
one of the guys I ride with, he's
Now,
got a 750, and that bike hauls.
well, I'm saying past 99, once you get into the 2000s, go ahead and get a 1000. There's pretty much no difference other than the 1000's got more power, so you might as well go ahead and get it. And they're going to cost about the same.
I know my brother had a Gixxer 750. It was an 03, but he liked it because it was a little lighter than the 1000. He also never rode a 1000, so I'm assuming it's just what he could find and buy at that time.
Right.
Pokey,
Now-
pokey, pokey, poke.
A new question for all of you. I want you to go through and name the worst gas mileage you've ever gotten on your bike.
The bike that you presently drive?
Yes.
Yeah, because I've got an actual readout, and I've got an average and a running. I've actually put it on the running and hammered it, and it made me ill. It did.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'd probably say mine would probably be about 37 miles to the gallon.
That's the worst?
That's because I was like
That's
running
the worst?
miles an hour at least once or twice a week.
That's the worst?
What?
I'm jealous.
Supposed to get
Or is
about
that
45 miles to the
I'm
gallon.
talking about running. You hammer. Well, mine will get 52 if I get on the freeway in 6 gear at 70 mile an hour and lay back. Mine will get 52 mile a gallon all day.
Mine
I'm
gets
talking about
30.
when you hammer on it.
Mine doesn't use gas if I push it downhill.
Hell yeah.
Got that gravity working with you.
It goes down the hill.
Mine does. If you notice, a lot of people, man, I've actually posted pictures of me riding my bike. See, a lot of people don't even have pictures, still pictures. Nobody knows who's behind the camera. I want to see a picture of you doing something other than sitting on your bike, because you may be getting the best gas mileage ever because you ain't riding it at all. I'm in rare form tonight. I need to quit drinking. Is what I need to quit drinking.
The worst I've gotten on my bike, it's a 400cc single-cylinder four-stroke. I've gotten 29 miles to a gallon out of it.
Wow.
Now, I will say this, my average, and I don't do a lot of commuting on my bike. It's a toy for me, and I ride it, and I'm usually getting on it and being ignorant. So my average is still 42 miles to the gallon. Now, when I drop it down into second or third and hammer down on it, I have watched my running fuel mileage go down to 11.
Oh my God.
As I'm on it hard, like 80 mile an hour in second gear, it says, you're sucking it down at 11 miles a gallon.
Then you need an intervention, Hush. Your bike is an addict.
It is. He is. He is. He does.
He likes that premium stuff.
He likes that. He likes that 95. That's the best I usually get around here, unless Swifty's open. I can get 103.
The thing is, my bike,
Here's the thing about. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
My bike is perfectly happy with 87, so that's what I run.
I was gonna say, so would mine would be, but I run around 93 to 95. Mine would be, and I'll tell you what. Both of you guys will know. Pure Rides and Dirt will understand why. And Gray. My compression ratio on that bike.
Yep, it's too high for the lower grade.
It's 12 to 1.
Yep.
Wow, my dirt bike is 9.3 to 1.
I know, 12 to 1.
Yeah, you need premium on that at least.
If you don't, it will. Well, it's already a V-twin. It makes all kind of fucking racket. It's got a. It actually has a timing chain. Or a chain-driven cam. It has a chain-driven cam. 1901 technology in there, baby.
Awesome.
It's bulletproof. I'm telling you, it's a hammer. That's why I call it Ford.
Jeez.
Look at the brake apart on an 1125 Helicon. Big one of those. It looks like a 3-inch wide bicycle chain, kind of flat. That's what runs a cam on. That's a chain-driven cam. It's a badass. And then, when I first rode it, I was thinking, isn't this a belt drive? Why do I hear chain slap? Yeah, it's inside the motor.
Yeah.
But it's a wonderful thing once you get on it, man. Ride it. You don't want. It's the feeling you get when you're on a Harley.
No.
A big V-twin. No, you don't. Any kind of big V-twin.
Can't say I do.
I think I was going down a slide that had a bunch of rocks on it. That might be
Come on, man. Come on.
I went down this really bumpy road once.
Yeah. You're not hearing me. Who's got the V65 Magna? That's a big ass V-twin.
That's a V4.
V4. I'm sorry.
I think I fell out of the back of a truck going down a dirt road. Is that like riding a Harley?
Kinda.
I've gone down, wooden roller coaster. That's kind of like the vibration of a Harley, right?
Sometimes on a sport bike, man, like on a Gixxer 1000, or you almost feel like you're sitting on it. You're sitting on something. With that, you almost feel like you're part of it, man. It includes you in everything. You feel every little, but it's just a feeling that you get. Mainly, two-stroke riders will understand what I'm talking about, because you get the same thing. You feel part of it, man. The bike is telling you what it's doing.
Right.
I sit on an electric fence. Is that like riding a Harley?
No, sometimes on a smooth old inline, man, you really don't get engine feedback. It's smooth, which is good, but you're not getting. It's not telling you what it's doing unless one of the idiot lights start flashing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think you can put riding any dirt bike. Doesn't necessarily be a two-stroke, but.
No, because my CR was smooth. Or my DR, I'm sorry. It had a smooth motor to it. If you're riding on the road, the most vibration you got was the knobbies on the pavement. Wah 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 wah.
Right.
But yeah.
Hey guys, it's been grand talking to you guys this evening, but I gotta sign off.
Great, you gotta take
So
off.
I'll catch you guys later, man. You guys have a good night.
I'm liking your videos, dude. I'm sorry that I haven't caught up, dude. I've been busy.
Hey, no worries. I was just giving you a little bit of ribbon. Get to it when you get to it, man.
I'm the only.
Just leave a comment.
I'm the only painter that my company has, and since I own it, and I'm the only painter, then I have to do it. See what I'm saying? I paint gymnasium courts, basketball.
Well, it sounds like you work pretty hard, so give yourself a raise.
What did I do last week? 78 hours, something like that.
I did 75 hours last week.
You guys are putting my 60 to shame, but I'm doing landscaping.
Painting the gym.
I'm doing tent work.
Yeah, it's all hard work. I mean, there was one day we, in a 2-hour stretch, we moved 6 tons of sand from a backyard that was a walkout basement up to the front yard and into the truck.
Shit. I hope you're eating a lot of protein.
Oh, yeah.
All right, fellas. Night and night.
Water.
See you, man.
See you, Greg. It's good talking to you, man.
Yeah, I have a gallon jug I bring with me, and that's just for on the job. I drink water before and after, too.
I'm an idiot. I stop at like Speedway and buy like 4 things of Powerade.
Actually,
throw them in the ice machine at the school.
Most of the guys I work with, they'll stop, grab a couple NOS. I'm like, what?
No. That stuff's got taurine. You know what taurine is? Anything with taurine in it. That's all your stupid energy drinks, mainly. Taurine. It's lacquer thinner, dude. Don't put that shit in your body. It's gross, man. It's lacquer thinner. I'm telling you, that shit'll make you. And especially if you drink it warm. You let that shit get warm and drink it. Huh. Yeah. Good luck to your optic nerves. You're gonna go blind. I'm dead serious, man.
Like
Yeah.
Jimmy R6 did on his mail video.
Oh my God.
I didn't see it.
I don't see how he did
watched
that.
him. I haven't watched him for a while. His voice started to annoy me. I hope he's not. It
He
did.
got a
I'm
little-
sorry, but it did.
Yeah, I haven't watched him in a while either. But what do you do?
Well, someone sent him
Chug
like
down
a
a
six
warm Red Bull.
pack of like Red Bull. It's like all warm, and he sits there and drinks it while he's got his helmet on.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, 6?
No, it's just one can.
No, he just
6-pack.
it's just one can, but he like chugs it in like 30 seconds.
Okay, I could do that.
I would have died.
Well, guys, I gotta get up early to go look at a
He's
car.
probably got a stockpile of like freaking Skittles.
I got to get up and wash that dude's bike. I told him I'd scrub it for him because he don't wash his bikes, man. So I'm gonna go scrub it
Oh,
down
that's
for him 'cause
just-
it's
that's a
filthy.
crying
Oh, it's
shame.
filthy, dude, filthy. And he'll wash his Victory. The motherfucker keeps that Victory nice. All his other bikes. Then when I rode that Buell, it had mud on it. I was like, when you were riding this in the dirt? He was like, oh no, I rode it to work the other day. It was raining. No, he rides every day. He rides to work every day. He's got a 40-minute commute to work, and he rides every day. Wind, rains. He doesn't ride in the snow because he doesn't like ice. But yeah,
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I try
I've
as much
ridden
as I
anything
can,
but
man.
icy roads. That's
I try, but I hate wearing backpacks, man, and my bike doesn't have bags on it. I'm getting a cruiser this fall.
dude. My bike has
This
bags.
fall I will get this fall I will get a cruiser, and I'm
Also
looking at.
cruiser.
I like the Bolt.
Cruiser.
I like the that big the Sabre, and there's another one just like it, but it's got a bigger tank.
Valkyrie?
Oh, no. It's a bit more of a,
VTX.
no, it's more of a raked fork. It looks just like the Sabre, the Fury.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
The Fury and the Sabre. I like both of those.
Oh,
It's a big
yeah, I
ass
know
kicking
exactly.
1300 motor, man. I really don't like the rake of it, but I think I'd get used to it after about 2 miles.
Yeah, pretty
So
much. Okay. Well, nice talking to you guys.
Yeah, I want to head out as well. So,
For joining, man.
see you guys later. Keep on keeping on. I'll try to get those stickers sent out on Monday.
That'd be awesome. Thanks.
So,
Can't wait.
and who's leaving? Let's see.
am.
I got missed because I got a text. Who?
what? Me.
Me.
Dirt
Me and
PH?
Pure Rides.
and Pure. It's your room, Pure.
No, it's not.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, I
where
just
is
sent you the link.
It's me.
Max? Oh.
I got dad duty in the morning, so I'm about to bounce.
Dad.
Bro. Dad duty.
I gotta make breakfast and feed dogs and shit. And
See, since I rode all day, and my wife knows I'm a little sore, she'll get up in the morning and do all that for me. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I gotta wake up and go wash that dude's bike. It's filthy.
just do it at the car wash.
No, I'm going over to Johnny, the GSXR Johnny, the guy with the Gixxer 750. He's got every dude. He's that real type A OCD kind of guy. So he's got bug remover, tar remover, metal polish, 3 different kinds of shit to shine your glass with, power washer. Yeah. No, I just go over to his house and use all this stuff.
Nice. All right, well, I'll catch up with you fellas later.
Thanks for coming
All
in,
right.
man.
Hey, tell Gabe I said, what's up?
I did. I told him, and well, he heard it because you and Flashwing gave him some shout outs, and
Flashwing did too? Did Flashwing beat me to the punch? That mother.
no, because I was talking. I was at the bar a couple days ago. I said, Flash, my son likes you and Hush. He loves your bikes, and he was like, oh, I said, I know. I showed him that trailer from the Month of Insanity. So I think he went go-karting yesterday, and he gave Gabriel a shout out, and then he sent me some pictures of because we both have these blue moons when we go to the bar. So he was like blue moon, and they were having that big ass dust storm out in Arizona. It was like I think Thursday. So Howard Crow and a couple of the vloggers from Arizona were like, "Do not go outside," and people like had their bikes indoors. And Crow actually brought his '07,000 CBR into his job, and I was like, "That's fucking awesome." He's like, "I've never brought my bike inside," but he said, "Damn if I'm letting it sit out there." So the karting video is insane. It's like 11 minutes, and it's Flash and two of his friends, and then like some random guy, and Flash is taking a corner, and the guy like spins him out. So he gets back on the guy, and I think they end up passing him, but it was hilarious. So I ran your video a couple times today, and Gabriel, like my oldest boy Roman, was like, "You're famous." So that was pretty cool.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, he liked at the end when you rev bomb. He was like, he said, "Daddy's wearing gear." I said, "I know. Yep, that's what he said."
He's wearing, and in the video he wasn't.
Yeah, well, I tell him, I go, "Look, there's gonna be times."
I had my Kevlar, I had my boots on. I
Yeah.
had my Kevlar jeans on, padded, and I had my helmet and my gloves.
Yep.
I just didn't have my jacket on that day. We ran out of the house, and Johnny was like, "I ain't wearing my coat today, dude. It's 92 degrees out." And I said, "I ain't riding hard." And I really didn't ride hard. That's not close to, if you notice, I wasn't hanging off my bike at all. No. I was not riding hard at all.
I fall into camp with Tina. Yeah, all the gear all the time, but then again, you've been riding a long time. You know what you can and can't do. And I was saying to Chase on his page when Cycle was going off, I said, we all take a risk by being on the bike. So, not to say that you should.
I've seen some wrecks. If you had full gear on, it wouldn't help you.
Nope, it wouldn't.
I've seen it happen, yeah.
Yeah. So I said, when we decide to turn that key and then pull out the driveway, I say my prayer before I leave.
I will say one thing, though. There is absolutely no reason, and I'm guilty of this. I've run down to the stores in Glassville not to wear a helmet. No reason.
Right. Oh, speak of that, we're getting back from lunch. And,
their helmets are so nice, and my helmet has so much airflow, I can feel my hair moving under my helmet. Man, I'm serious. So.
Well, yeah, I need a better helmet, but yeah, we saw a guy on the way back from lunch, took the family out, and this guy was on a Harley, I think, or some type of cruiser. The dude had no helmet on. In New York, you need a helmet, but I think because he was on New York's a nanny state. They want you to have a fucking paperwork for everything. It's ridiculous. But the guy didn't have a helmet, and I says, "Look, Gabriel," he says, "Squid." My wife says, "He's turning into you." I go,
explain to Gabe. I wasn't pushing, even though it looks like I was actually riding hard. If I'm riding hard, you see my head come out to where my mirror is, not to my fairing. That's
no.
My wife knows. She'll watch videos and she's like, "Man," because my helmet is all the way out by my mirror. But to have your head that far out, I'm hanging off of it, and I'm not looking in front of me. I'm looking sideways, and she's like, "Oh goodness." Because I explained to her one time, she's like, "What is that?" I was like, "I'm so far off the bike, and I'm looking at my exit point that's the camera view you're getting. It's pretty much of my rear view mirror because that's where the camera's sticking."
Right.
And she's like, "Oh my goodness." So no, that I was just, I get on it a little bit, but it was kind of funny. I was like, "Honey, I wasn't riding hard." She said, "I just seen you hit 130. I said, "That's not hard on that bike. That's just getting into its stride."
You got a sport bike, so maybe you got what over 1,000 cc's. I mean, that's probably done for you. But I just told him. I said, between those two. So my oldest boy was like, he goes, "Hey, you're famous," and every time, I said, "You're YouTube famous, Gabe." So
now Gabe's YouTube famous, man.
My daughter's like, "I want a bike, Dad." I said, "You got a while," but everybody was like, sitting there, because I was streaming it through the Blu-ray player, so it was on the TV, so I could run it through my Dolby setup, and Gabriel was just laughing. He was just tickled. He was like, "Oh man, that's so cool."
My 14-year-old girl loves to ride on the back of my bike. She loves to ride on the back of that Shadow, and she has a 50cc moped right now.
Nice.
So she's going to be the rider.
Hey, check this out before I go. Some guy.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Some guy was right on the street. He had probably a Jigsaw. I want to say a 750. No shit, dude. He had like a 3-year-old kid in the back. I go, what an idiot.
Now, when I was that young, I rode on my dad's motorcycle when I was 3 years old. He had me between his legs,
No, the kid was
between him
on.
and the tank, and I was holding onto the handlebars. So he was pretty much smothering me. And
No,
that's
this
that I thank my dad for it because that's how I learned how to ride. He taught me how to counter steer that way. He's like,
no
no, you
this
don't do it this way. You do it this way. And I'm like,
right. No,
oh,
this kid was hanging off the back. I'm like, are you fucking
oh
kidding me?
no, that's crazy. Especially if he's on a sport bike. Now with a backrest, I can understand,
Right. So
but
I just
not
looked.
forward. Not even forward, dude. You need to be car seat for that.
Yep.
Oh, funny story behind that. My sister lives in the woods of southern Kentucky. If you drive to Walmart, it takes about 45 minutes because you got to go around the mountain. If you take a quad, you can get there in about 20 minutes. So on her quad, she has a big shopping basket on the front and a car seat strapped to the back of it. You bet your ass she does. And she'll take it through the woods with her baby on.
I believe it though.
Hey, she's safe. It's a really cool car seat.
Just got to watch those deer.
Oh, it's hilarious, man. She sent me a picture. I was like, you're insane. She was like, a lot of people actually go, that's a great idea.
Now there's been a lot of vloggers going down lately, but
I know. It's because I know what it's from. I knew it when it started, when I seen Chase do it. I seen what Chase did. I seen his low side. I know exactly what he was doing. He was trying to look pretty for the camera behind him.
Well,
And for his camera because he had one on the mounted to the side of his bike.
yeah, that's why I'm glad I'm
They
not.
know they're being recorded and they're trying to push themselves to do things that they normally don't do and
Yeah.
worried about the unused portion on the side of their tires called chicken strips. I should go outside. I should go outside and take a picture of my tire after riding that thing today. I actually blistered the sides of it. There is no strip on mine. Well, where the chicken strip is, it's rubber peeling off and falling off of it.
Yeah, I mean, I got strips, but I'm just, I
Well,
ride
no,
and I
when I
come home.
normally ride, I got half-inch strips. I don't push it like that on the street. I don't have to. Today, I was riding with some really good riders, and yeah, we were pushing it through the woods.
Yeah, I mean, well, I live by a major highway like a few miles away, and I guess this morning or last night, somewhere in that window, um, these kids, there's like a major 87 that runs from like New York City all the way up to Buffalo. So I live off one of the exits. So these cars were coming back, and there's an exit by my house, and the off portion of it is about 3/4 of a mile. So while you're waiting to get off, people will like cut each other and try to get their jockey for position. So one car went over. They tried to overtake somebody else, hit the back of an 18-wheeler. The 18-wheeler was not even dented. I think it might have been scraped. The
Yeah.
car ends up bouncing back in front of the car that it was overtaking, causes that car to hit the guardrail. That car splits in half like a banana, and that car ejects the asshole who was doing all this. Ejected two of his friends. They were killed on impact. He just got released with like minor injuries, and then the other two people are on life support. So that all happened last night. They didn't
Oh,
open the highway up. Yeah, they didn't open that portion up until 12 o'clock noon today. So let's say it happened like maybe 10:30 last night. It took them between the forensics and the cleaning up and the meat wagons, and it was insane. Some people even posted on Facebook, we drove through it and we saw it live, and some people said that they were like nauseous. They said the shit was like a NASCAR wreck. You just saw the cars get disintegrated. So, I mean, we always hear stories about bikes getting crazy, but these were cagers getting crazy.
Yeah, I think once the cameras got on and people wanted to start acting, push it. Like I said at the end of that video, don't outride your talent, man. Now,
Exactly. Yeah.
to find out what I will say this, in most guys' defense, when I was young, when I was in my 20s and had those hot running Japanese bikes up in the mountains, I didn't know what my limits or the limits of the bike were until I pushed them. And to their defense, I was in a safe location pretty much like they were, mountain roads. No one was hurt other than my pride in the bike. Um, so I can understand, but I think the cameras have a lot to do with it. They're trying to get good shots, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was telling Chase and Zoe, I said, man, I mean, I couldn't really be a popular vlogger because a lot of times I don't get to ride often, and when I ride, I just grab my shit and I ride, man. I'm like, I don't feel like sitting there and be like, okay, the GoPro, the mic. I mean, if I set the helmet up before, okay, but my wife come home or I get home from work, I'm like, I'll see you later.
See, mine's so easy. Plus, I usually have it in my jacket or my backpack,
Right.
so it's easy for me just to click it on,
Oh
especially if
yeah,
I
it's
got
all
something to
set
talk
up.
about.
It's all set
Like
up.
when we were on that ride, Johnny, he said, "Where are we going?" I said, "I don't know." And he goes, "Let's just go get lost." I said, "I know a road that you've never been on before that I grew up on. I know it like the back of my hand. I grew up down there." And he said, "Let's go." I was like, wait, let me get my camera."
Nice.
Didn't think I was going to air any of it. I'd have put my jacket on just for popularity's sake. But once again, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, if you
Go
get
ahead
people,
and talk shit. I'll say if you think that's pushing it, come ride with me. I'll put my gear on and we'll go push it.
yeah, I think that you have to have a medium, right? Like you said, you've got to know what you can and you can't do. I would say ride with your gear more times than not.
Oh, yeah.
Common sense.
And I do. I
Yeah,
really do.
and that's it. I mean, you live life with moderation. I don't. These people who are on two opposite ends of the spectrum, that's not real life. I mean, if you're wearing your gear all the time, what if it's like, the Northeast, we get the humidity, and it's like high 80s, high 90s. If you got the kind of gear on, I think you might pass the fuck out. So,
Everything in moderation, man. It's like drinking. I'm
absolutely,
not a big drinker, but I will go out and have a beer or two. I'll go not going back. It's moderation, man.
absolutely, that's all it is. And I mean, I gotta, like you said, I like your line. You got 8 minutes. That's what I got. Eight
I
minutes.
got 8 minutes left, man. I got 8 minutes left. I got maybe 8 minutes of 100% hardcore left in there. I got to save that shit up.
I hear you.
I may have to get out of a dangerous situation.
Yeah, I hear that.
So I don't use that up either. And when I'm riding really, really hard, like on a track, it's a lot of concentration. The busiest part is right before a corner, and you got so much stuff going through your head because you're going so fast.
You got
And
to set it up, right? You got to set that bike up for
the
entry.
busiest time on a bike is right before you get into a corner. That's where you're busiest. You're shifting your weight, you're downshifting, you get your revs right. You got to select your gear. You're looking at your entry and your exit point. You're thinking, is there any gravel on the road? What am I looking for? What line should I pick? And then once you commit, all I'm looking at is, if it's a blind corner, I'm looking at the farthest spot I can get to. If it's a full open corner and I see no traffic coming, yeah, I'll cut across the double yellow sometimes just so I don't have to be crazy.
Right, give yourself more of that
Yeah.
real estate.
But you notice when I was riding on Blue Jay in that video, yeah, I wasn't riding hard at all because not once did I get close to either side of the road. Today, I was on that dude's 1125 that looks just like mine. You noticed I had two of them sitting there?
Yeah,
Mine's with the fork link. I was
zero.
riding his. Yeah, I was riding his. I come half inch from putting it in the dirt today
Damn.
at about 50 mile an hour. Half inch from putting that. he was in front of me and I was following him, and I don't know. I know I didn't panic. I know that I thought I'm a little too quick in this corner, so I've got to dig a little deeper now. And I remember reaching my front finger for the brake and thinking, no, I don't even want to come close to doing that because it'll stand it up. And this all happened within a split second. So I put my finger back, and then I remember digging a little deeper, and I remember giving it a little more throttle. Well, that's what I wanted, traction in the rear to handle the lean angle I was taking on it.
Right.
And came up on the side of the road, and it's one of those through the woods where it's pavement, white line dirt, and then you're into the woods. And when I came up out of it, and seeing him looking in the rear view, he held his right hand up, and he made a symbol of about a half inch and held it back. And I came up to him, and he was shaking his head, and I was thinking, oh man, he's pissed because I almost ditched his bike. And he lifted up his face shield, and he was laughing so hard he had tears in his eyes. He was like, you telling me that R can't keep up with a CR? And I said, I don't know what it was. He said, you fixate on something? I said, I don't know. I really can't tell you what that was. I don't know what I was looking at. I said I would think I was looking at you instead of where I was going.
Right. Well, at least you averted, crisis averted, and
Yeah, and like that's what I said at the end of that video. And someone with not as much experience in that situation, you touch the front or the rear brake. The front brake will make you stand up. The rear brake will make you low side or at worst high side. Because the bike I was on has very hot tires and it starts to slide and catch you, you're going to high side it. Would have panicked a little, tried to let off the throttle. It's going to do the same thing. You let off the throttle on a bike like that at that lean angle, it's going to want to stand. It's going to want to get upright on you. So you take your complete angle away, and you're going to run off into the ditch. Anyone else, you could have low-sided in that situation. And I was doing about 50 around a corner that would be safe doing 20. But that bike's made for it. Right. I could have probably done 70 if I would have known the line and know there was no traffic coming. Yeah. It was one of those corners. I was riding. I was enjoying it. It was beautiful, man. Maybe I wasn't looking at my line. I was looking at him because he looks good riding that CR because he knows how to ride it. Was I going a little quick? Probably, but I was following him. He was watching his line.
Yeah, I'm happy to ride and come back. I mean, I see, cats out there doing some crazy shit. I see there's an obsession with wheelies lately, and look.
I know, man, it's crazy, dude.
I don't want to learn wheelies, and I enjoy watching people who do them, but I got kids, and I don't want to be doing some shit and then put myself in a position and
I take something that's risky and add more risk to it.
Exactly. So
now my bike, do I do wheelies? No, I do what's called power lifts. On that video, if you watch real close, I come out of a left-hander and I start accelerating down the hill. I give it about 3/4 throttle. You don't really notice unless you have been riding a while and know what a power lift is. I've got the front wheel probably a foot off the ground. And it comes back down easy because I'm all the way on the throttle. It's a slow lift, slow set down. Then I switch gears again. Yeah, that actually happens on that video. You can actually see the front wheel come off the ground.
I saw you when you came out the rev bomb, and then you were laughing. The bike came up and it went down. And,
well, that was a second gear little pop up. That probably comes 6 inches off the ground when I did that.
That was hilarious. That was cool.
I do that all day. I'll pull up next to cars and I'm doing 30 mile an hour in first gear and just pop it to half throttle, and it'll get it up 6 inches off the ground. And then I'm wondering why I'm breaking my fork seals. Yeah, figure that out.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to tackle that. I'm supposed to go over there, yank the forks off of it, and change the seals out.
Yeah, I know you said Thor's limping.
Yeah, he got a busted ankle, man. He's all right, though.
He'll be all right.
Yeah.
And then you get his brother Loki, you'll be good to go.
Well, that's that dude sitting out there. I'll tell you what, that pipe, I don't think it's tuned as well as mine because that thing snap, crackles, pops, but it sounds so good when you let off of it, man. I think I'm on a GP bike. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, I like those old Kawasaki GBZ 900s.
Did you see those? I haven't put the video. I rode with two guys. One of them had, I think they're old Cow 1100s. Straight pipes, all beautiful bikes, and the guy's a painter, so they're painted beautifully. One's black and blue, and one's black and something else. And he does his own helmet. So the guy with the black and blue bike's a painter. He's got a black and blue helmet with a blue chrome face shield that's beautiful. And his kid's got a green Cow. I think it's the 900.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome bikes. I think his is mid-80s. And we ride with them through the woods for 4 hours down Route 78, man. It's a beautiful ride.
Yeah, I need to get a long ride myself in one of these days. But
I was going to make a video. See, I beat myself to the video. I was going to make a video after that with that song, Sail, AWOL Nation, and another song that I had picked out, man. And I can't put out 2 music videos in a row, but I got a boat vlog saved up where I drove around Buckeye Lake in a pontoon boat talking about Buckeye Lake. With a motorcycle helmet on.
Well, I'm gonna hit the hay. I'll holler at you in the morning or tomorrow, man.
All right, man.
And Mr. Max there, take care, bro.
You might be sleeping.
All right, man.
All right, man. Later.
Peace, bro. So what's up, Max?
Alrighty.
Are we still on?
Not much. I was trying to get a
We
word
got
in.
5 people
You guys
watching,
just
dude.
going
Hold
in.
on, there's Core. Damn, Core. There's people still in here, dude. Stretch the swing arm and you're golden on the 7. Chris, quit talking crap. You don't stretch swing arms, man. Man, if I hammer my truck, it's hard to beat. Sitting on something. Sitting on something almost makes you feel like
My
you're
live's
part of it.
chatting.
Hush,
Sorry.
2014, that's hilarious. Llama Goose had some personal problems. Core, if you're still listening, Goose had some personal problems. He'll be back, man. He'll be back. He's still riding every day. He's just can't tape and can't process film and shit. Let's see. I don't know. There's 3 people watching. I'm one of them. I don't know. Max, does it show like if I'm watching? Am I one of the people watching? Does it show that?
It doesn't say who's.
I know.
My thing's going back and forth between 3 and 4 viewers, and I know I'm one of them. You're one of them. So
we got one watching, really. Who is it? Core, Chris? Who's watching? Who's here? I'm gonna type it in. Who's here? Say something. Oh shit. Dude,
yeah,
my
I think
computer
mine on the
my
live
computer's
screen's
touch
not working
screen, so
right.
when I type and I have my pinkies out sometimes and I touch my screen and it takes my shit off. Who's here? Say something. There. Now there's 4 people watching. I don't know who I'm talking at.
5.
Damn. Huh? What? We're famous, Max. We're fucking famous.
Yeah. I didn't wear any gear today.
Did you tell me you at least had your fucking helmet on, bro? You didn't, did you?
Oh, I had my helmet and gloves and my boots.
All right. Well, that's good. That's all right, man. If you did you watch my music video yet?
I think I did.
Huh? Did you know if you watched it or not? I just put it out last night, dude. Well,
Well, I
this
know I
morning,
watched the one where
actually.
you were talking.
Talking about Gabe?
Well, I remember watching the one where you're talking about Ride or Die's kid. I think I remember watching that video.
Yeah, that's Gabriel. I just put that out like 3 o'clock in the morning. I think it's been out for 18, 19 hours now. So yeah, that's the one where I shouted out to Gabe. Yeah, if you notice, I don't have a jacket on now. I do have Kevlar jeans, my boots, gloves, and a helmet on, but I don't have a jacket on. I've got a T-shirt on, a fucking golf shirt.
Yeah, it's too hot to wear that stuff.
Not really. We rode today. It was probably 85, 86 degrees today, and I had my jacket on all day. It wasn't bad. But I got an Icon Overlord, man. It flows
It felt
well
pretty good with me wearing that dress.
Nobody's answered, man, unless I got to refresh this screen. There we go. Here we go. Say something, something. Chris, Core, Stealth Rider. Stealth is infamous, man.
Yeah, I invited him earlier. I don't know why he didn't show up.
Cause he's ducking hurricanes, man.
Well, that should be out in the ocean now, because that was like was it
Yeah, I don't
yesterday or
know.
the day before? It was up along the Virginia coast.
Yeah. I have to say this. When I first started watching, I didn't know he was a vlogger because he didn't really talk. It was Stealth, man, and it was in the winter, and I was jonesing to ride. So I pulled up on my big screen TV, pulled YouTube up on it, and was looking up. What did I type in? I think I typed in something about the Dragon, and I seen his bike, and I was like, yeah, I could stand watching a CBR rip through the Dragon. And I watched one of his videos that he had. I think it was. I don't know if it was new at the time or if he did it the last year. Did you do that the year before, Stealth, that I watched? I would have watched that probably around January. When was that film taken? He'll answer me in a minute. But I remember watching his, and it was on the Dragon. And then I started just looking around for Motovlogers, man. And I seen one of the first ones I subscribed to was, who was that? It was an English guy, Baron von Grumble.
Baron von Grumble?
I watched his because he had a lot of track days, and I liked that Honda Carbon he had. And then I started subscribing to a lot of European vloggers, man. A lot of them, Two Wheels Wide. God, there's so many. Triple Kylie and Quentin Redbeard, all those guys. And then I found a bunch of American ones. I think the first American one I subscribed to was Bike Chase on Two Wheels. Just because he got good editing, he had good content. And then Huskers GBR, Space Pod. I like the guys that talk eloquently and articulately because I fail to do so most of the time.
I know the one that Stell said
Yeah,
I
Stell
watched. I
said that
didn't
was
care.
from September. Yeah, that was the ride he took in September. That I watched it in like January, so it was a couple months old when I watched it. But yeah, it was good, man. And it's just him riding. There's no talking or anything. It's just him riding through the woods, and it's calming, man. Sit there in front of your big screen when you're jonesing when there's 2 foot of snow on the ground outside.
Yeah. Well, the one I didn't like that he did was the one he was driving through the golf course, because I hate golf. I think that's
Yeah,
part of the reason why I didn't like that
I
video.
play golf, so I play golf sometimes.
But I guess in a way that was kind of funny, you know, bike running through the golf course.
Who did that? Devontae did that. Devontae was riding his bike. I think he's got a Ninja 650. He was riding it through the Cart Pass. Devontae 276, I think his name is. One of them crashed. I think it was Devontae.
Yeah,
he was a wheelier and threw his bike out from
I don't
under.
think I really started. I don't think I really started subbing to people until after Brand started doing her Google Plus Hangouts. You know, I started subbing to a couple people here, a couple people there, and then when I started motovlogging, I just started adding on.
Golf. Stealth hates golf too. I play sometimes. Yeah, I got to. I deal with a lot of athletic directors, school superintendents, coaches. Sometimes my deals are made on the golf course. I have to. It's like going for lunch to me. It's a 4-hour lunch. I got to go play golf and fucking shake babies and kiss hands, man.
Yeah. Once I get that video up, definitely take a watch at it, because I did a challenge for you. So. You there, Hush?
Yeah, what's that? I'm sorry. Somebody sent me a text. What's going on? Sorry, dude. What'd you say?
No, I said once I get my video uploaded, definitely take a look at it, man, because I shot you a challenge.
Where is it? Have you put it out yet?
I haven't got it uploaded yet.
Well, then you're gonna have to send me a Facebook thing. Send me a Facebook personal message to tell me when it's up, dude. Because I'm so far behind on my video watching. It's pathetic.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well,
send me a Facebook
today,
personal.
I try to come home. I will. I'll let you know.
Yeah. Send me a Facebook personal message and tell me it's up. I'll go to your page and watch it, man. And then and I will respond to your challenge. Challenge accepted. Type in on the sidebar. What is it? On the sidebar, type it in. I want to see it. Because I've got to get my bike fixed.
Oh, you want me to tell you now in the side chat?
In the side chat, yeah. Nobody's going to know. I can just tell everybody you're not going to do it. Oh, he won't do it, even though you're doing it. They don't know. Don't.
Hopefully you know what that means.
Hold on. I got to get back to that screen. There we go. I have no clue what that means. To me, that's a military term for something over in Britain.
I'll type it out for your old ass.
Yeah, I'm not a text. Even though I get texts, most of them are from people that spell out shit because I know military acronyms. These some of these texts that I get on phones, I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I had to ask what LMAO meant from my wife like a year ago. Seriously, she's like laughing my ass off. I'm like, is that like the LOL? Oh, and she's like, oh, there's like 4 more. I'm like, huh? Oh, yeah. Well, challenge up. Yeah, I can do that. Don't know what you're talking about, but I'm sure you'll explain it in the video. I'm sure you'll explain it in the video. I'll figure it out.
Actually, I don't explain it. I just kind of just challenge you.
Say
what it is.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out because there's 50 videos on it.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's tons of videos on that.
That's what I'm saying. I'll figure it out.
I mean, Josh 50 did it where he paid for someone else's meal.
Yeah. Oh, I do that.
Me and 74 Seabass, we bought people bottled water. I mean, it could just be about anything.
Well, I do stuff like that all the time, so there you go. I'll just have to film some of it.
Hey, Stealth.
So, my mic.
There he is.
How's my volume coming in?
A little bit of feed, a little bit of X in the background.
Yeah, it's going to. I'm on the wrong computer.
That's all good. You can tell it sounds sensitive, like it's not used to what it's plugged into.
Like I'm gonna throw it at any moment.
Yeah, something like that. You're gonna do the camera video, but with your microphone.
I'm gonna do it with this whole laptop right here.
Take a maul to it.
Now, what I need to do is get everything off this computer and start from scratch again and see if that fixes all the problems.
No, you were Stealth. You were the one. I didn't know you were a vlogger at the time because you didn't talk during it. It was just a tape of you riding through the woods. I didn't even know what vloggers were at the time, but you were the first. You popped my vlogger cherry.
Well, back I did so many videos back in September. I did some with just music and some with audio, me vlogging. It all depends on which one you look at.
It was just you riding through the dragon. There might have been music in it.
Yeah, I've done that a few times.
Yeah, and it was a nice ride. I was like, man, this guy's got it for guys like me. I can ride vicariously through them. I just got to find some good riders that ride a road well and don't act like an idiot. I like it.
Yeah, it's like I met my friend out there, Joe. Joe lives in where's he lives? I think he lives in Knoxville. He's like
Which
50
bike was he on?
Huh?
Which bike was he on? Because you had a couple of them in the film.
He's got the same bike as I do, but he's got a 2012 now.
Okay. And was he in the video?
He was one of the first ones I put out.
When you guys was there a spot where you pulled over to one of the pull-offs? I think there was a CBR there, and there may have been a...
That was Joe.
A Yamaha or something. There was another bike with you, too.
That was Joe on the black CBR 2012.
Yeah. Now, what's yours? Yours a 13?
Mine's a 09 CBR 1000.
So you can't tell. Yours looks like the brand new 14s I seen in the showroom yesterday. They do. They look the same, man.
I don't like the new ones.
You know, I thought it looked pretty cool. I like your exhaust. I like the way how they put the exhaust on there because it reminds me of mine because mine's ported about the same.
When I met him, and he's like, I've never seen anybody vlog on the Dragon before. I was like, well, I'm gonna fucking start doing it then. And I went out and made some vlogs on the Dragon. I still got footage from that shit that I've never even posted.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, that's me. I'm losing connection. I may drop out. My router's acting ridiculous, looks like.
Shit happens. I've been having trouble even watching videos. Ever
So have
since
I. I've been so busy, man. Like I said.
Ever since YouTube put that thing on there, you may be experiencing trouble watching videos. Ever since that moment, I've had trouble the whole fucking time.
He didn't have any trouble until they told him.
Yeah, I'm saying when they started making excuses for why I'm having problems, that's when I started having problems. Nothing before then.
Yeah, it's like that. What did I have? Oh, it was a Hyundai Elantra. I never had any problems until
Maybe
they
it's the
came out with a
operator.
callback, and then it started.
I mean, it's weird. It's weird that it coincides that, you know, I used to be able to watch a video with no problems, and now it just stops and buffers and quits playing, and I have to go backwards or re-upload.
Well, it won't come in the high def.
This is fucking stupid.
You know the guy's taping in at least 720, and you hit auto, and it plays it in like fucking 400 the whole time, 480 the whole time, and you can't get it to. And if you try to make it high def, then it'll just sit there and buffer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's YouTube's problem. It's got to be YouTube's problem because it never.
Yeah, it does the same thing to me.
I used to watch everything in 720, everything.
That's what I watch them in 720.
And now you could hardly even watch it in 360. Or you can put it in 144 and not look at it because you hurt your eyes. Just listen to the audio. That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
I was trying to watch Pink Turbo's video, one of her videos the other day, and it was like, I don't know, maybe
Which one?
20 minutes. It was probably like 20 minutes long.
Oh, that's the one she just did. I haven't got to watch that one yet. I haven't had the
I
time.
didn't watch that one either. I watched the one before it. It took me like an hour and a half to watch one fucking video.
Now, the one before was kind of funny. I think she
Yeah.
was talking about attraction or something like that. It was kind of funny. I like how she puts all those memes in there. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah, I think I tried watching a recent video and I kind of got bored a little bit, like the first 10 minutes, because I don't know, maybe just, I don't know. I know sometimes when I try to watch like her videos, it just takes a lot of buffering.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I tried to watch like a 2 or 3 minute video the other day. I was like, fucking just stopping. I was like, what the fuck? This is like 3 minutes, god damn it. 3 minutes. What the fuck is up with that? I just want to go choke somebody that runs YouTube.
Yeah.
You know it's their fault. You know they're fucking it
You
up.
said you know it's their fault.
I don't have to fucking guess. And every time a little blue thing comes out, you're experiencing. Oh no, you try to watch it the first time and it gives you an error message and it goes right to static saying you fucked up. What? I didn't fuck it up.
What's this? Yeah, well.
You had an error trying to watch this video. No, I didn't.
What?
I sometimes get that when I'm trying to watch Brand's Hangout. Sometimes that'll come up, and I was like, holy shit. So then I got to completely log out and log right back in, and sometimes it does it again, sometimes it don't do it.
See, that's how much I've had to drink tonight. I just realized when Stealth was in the chat, I asked him a question and waited for him to answer when all I had to do was type in the fucking question. Yeah.
I don't know. I made a 30-minute video on the Dragon just because somebody wanted to see the whole road from like where, you know, I usually turn around all the way to like base camp. So I was like, if somebody wants to see it, I mean, I talk the whole way. You know, I do a vlog the whole way. I was pointing out stuff on the road. But it shows you like the whole road, me going like a normal pace and not like a laid out pace. I just did that. Somebody asked for it.
Now, how long does it take you to do the dragon from one end to the other? Like, because I know it was like 11 miles.
Yeah. You know, it's longer than that. So it all
Yeah,
depends on.
that's just
You
a
know,
little part. I mean, you can take it all the way down to what? Down the lake?
now you can take it. You know, it extends past the lake, but usually everybody turns around there because it gets boring, and there's some cops, you know, sitting around there under some trees. You know, if you go too far, because there's like I think it's a 40 miles an hour zone, and it's like so fucking slow because it's it's just like you want to do 60 right there, and they catch a lot of people speeding through there. Joe got caught going 50 in the 40.
See the road.
If you go past where the Dragon, where base camp is, there's two other directions, and it's got a whole lot of twisties beyond that too. So
Now the roads that I ride around here aren't mountain roads like that, but they have some nice twisties in them, and the speed limit's 55 on all of it.
Yeah. Well, the speed limit down there is like 30. And
30 to 35. I see 25 to 35, I think, on most of it.
But I can do like anywhere from 45 to 65. I think I've had it up to 68 in a straight.
Yeah. Well, the straights aren't very long there either. You are twisting down a hill or up a hill.
Not too long. Far. You don't want to do that too long. You might go right off the road.
Yeah. See, that's the thing about if you watch that latest little music video I just put out. Yeah, I come around a corner like that, and there's miles straight. Go ahead. And it's downhill to an uphill, so you can see the whole thing. Go ahead.
I want to say I'm trying to think of how fast I've ever done it. My fastest time from the Outlook to base camp was probably trying to figure it now. I'll have to go back and look at my videos. I know maybe 22 minutes is standing out in my head, but I think I've done it in less than that. I'm thinking maybe 16. I think I could do it.
Just the 11-mile stretch?
Yeah.
That's hauling ass, bro.
I've seen somebody do it in 11 before.
That's hauling ass, because there's some
11 minutes.
Hell, in my bike, there's some first gear corners. You probably take them in second, but shit.
The guy that did it in 11 minutes, he had the whole road blocked off, and he was the only one on it. And he was using both sides of the road. I hate crossing the yellow line. I think it's like cheating. If you're like on the time trial and you cross the yellow line, I think it's kind of like cheating because nobody's supposed to do that. And you don't really want to do that. I mean, I know if you're racing, it's like Pikes Peak, you do that because that's how you get there faster. And it's like he said, in that 11 minutes, there's no way he could do it without crossing the yellow line. But I think I did it in 16 one time. I usually tape every run, and if you want to do your fast runs, you usually go like after like 6 o'clock when all the cops go home, and there's not much. All the camera guys packed up and gone home.
There you go. Yeah, that's a smart.
Yeah, the local guys will come out and with their race bikes and fucking haul ass, and you won't even see them coming. They'll be like the first time. The first time you ever see them coming is when they're going by you. You don't even hear them until they're going by you.
In the summer, is the temperature dropping enough to affect the road temp, or is it still pretty warm so you can actually dig in a little bit?
Oh, you can dig in. I don't usually go up there until the sun comes out. So I'll wait.
No, I'm talking later in the day, like 6, 7 o'clock at night, even though the sun's up, but it's dropping, and your road temperature starts to drop.
It's still all
Does
right.
it drop too bad there? You can still run it.
I've been, I stayed out till like maybe 7 o'clock one time, and if you go, usually I try to head back by 7 o'clock, and I take the road, and the trees are completely covered the road, and I'm still wearing my dark shield on it, and you're like, God damn.
Yeah.
Because, it's really darker because all the trees are crossed across the road. It's not even light in there.
We went on a ride 2 days ago, and I remember getting back to my friend's house, and we sat there and talked for like 2 hours, and I left when the sun was dropping, and by the time I got on the freeway, the sun was down, and I had my shield on, my tinted shield on. So, I rode home with my tinted shield.
when I go through that section, that other section on 28, you know, around 7 o'clock, the temperature, you feel the temperature drop. It's completely shaded, and it feels like you're going like through Sleepy Hollow. You know, all by
Oh,
yourself.
that's funny.
There's nobody on the road at that time. Nobody.
Yeah. You got to watch for deer too, man.
I haven't seen a deer up there
Really?
at all. The whole time I've been
see deer but that's a bad thing around where I'm at. There is deer everywhere. It always scares me when I see 100 on my bike, and I'm in wooded. It's a straightaway, but there's woods or fields. The deer just come jumping, and you can't avoid them, man. You can't. Not at that speed.
The guy that takes pictures took a picture of a bear crossing the road one time. Because they hunt bears about that in that September range. You'll see the hunters come out.
Yeah.
And he took a picture of the bear crossing the road. But I haven't seen deer the whole time I've been up there, and I went up there for 2 weeks last time and rode it every day. I have not seen anything like that. No deer around that area, I guess. I don't know. I ain't seen one.
That's cool.
And I've been going out there for like 3 years.
Yeah, that's cool. I wonder how far is that for me? Let me look that up. I want to see how many hours that is to actually ride that. I bet it's at least
9 hours to
I
get
bet
it.
it's 10. It takes you what?
9 hours.
For you to get there where you live close to the coast then, don't you?
Yeah. All the way on the other side.
See, my mom lives down the Outer Banks. Yeah, my mom lives the Outer Banks, so.
Yeah. I'm right next to it.
And it's 12 hours for me to get down there to Outer Banks. 11 and a half, something like that. Let's see. What's the name of that road? The road name. I know it's Deal's Gap, but what's the highway name of it?
It's 129.
All right, 129, North Carolina.
Yeah, look up Robbinsville.
Is that where it is? Here, I'll get it. Robbinsville.
That's the town that's right next to it, so that's where I do all my measuring from. Because it takes me
Carolina.
It takes me like
Boom.
20, maybe 30 minutes. I'll say maybe 20, 25 minutes to get from
I got it. 129.
to the Gap. Takes me 25 minutes to get to the Gap from Robbinsville.
Let me see directions to here. Boom, route.
That's where the moonshiners are. That one moonshiner.
8 hours.
There.
8.5 hours.
8.5. That ain't too bad.
Take me 8.5 hours to get there from where I'm at. It's all freeway. I take 75 all the way down to 129 to Knoxville. I take 75 all the way to Knoxville, hook up with 129. It takes me straight there. So I actually run through Deal's Gap, getting to Robbinsville. I come in from the north.
You come in the back way.
Well, you come in from what? 19? You come in from 19?
Yeah, from Asheville.
Yeah. Hell, that looks like a good road right there. 19 looks pretty good.
It's not, because it's 4-lane. It's boring as shit.
Real 19?
It's the I think it's the 19.
It looks like it's got.
I think it's the 1974 Smoky Mountain bypass or something like that.
Smoky Waters Scenic Bypass is what it's called. Is that the one you bring in? 19? Here, let me see. It comes in off 74, 441.
Yeah.
23.
If you go all the way down 74 to 7419 and it gets to 129, that section right there is pretty good too. It's a lot of long winding curves.
How's 40 from Junaluska up to like Newport? Goes through the Cherokee National Forest. It's called 40. That looks pretty good too, man.
I have no idea. Sometimes the other roads up there, it'll take you too long to get to. It's like seeing, like if you're staying in like Robbinsville, and you want to go way up one of them other roads, it just takes all day.
It takes all day, yeah, because I'm looking and there's nothing there. That is a mountain and a valley with some lakes in it.
Yeah, because I've looked at
I'm looking now.
And some of those roads, like if you go across the other side, away from 129 on the other side of the road.
Yeah, Fontana Dam, Route 28.
Yeah, if you go across the road, across 74, there's supposed to be some good roads over there too, but I went over there and checked one of those out, and I fucking hated it, so I turned around and came back.
I'll tell you what, this 143 coming out of Robbinsville East looks good. It looks like it's
Yeah,
got switchbacks on it and shit.
143 connects to 28, and it'll
Yeah.
take you over. It'll take you over to the Gap base camp. I take that all the time too.
Yeah, they call it Sweetwater Road. Is that as nice as it looks on my maps here?
One of them, the one that I would take, is called Moonshiner. It's called 28 Moonshiner, and that
I'm
goes.
looking at it. That's nice too.
You have to take 143, and then you have to take a left, and then you get down and you take another left, and you end up on 28, and it takes you over to 129. That's a good alternate,
Yeah,
because you got two ways to get there, and both of those roads are technical. The one road will take the one road, 129 from Robbinsville, will take you along the river, and that's a good speed ride. Nice long twisties. I get up to about 100 going through there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've seen somebody lose it too. Vroom, right off the fucking road. Fucking done. He's getting carried out on the stretcher.
Shenandoah National Park.
I'm following this road at 129. Once you get up to the northern part of it, wow, that is beautiful right there.
Once you get past the dam, it's just crap. I wouldn't go past where there's where the lake is.
So all the way up to Tallahassee is garbage, huh?
Most of it is, yeah.
What about?
I've taken the long way. I've taken 129 all the way to the end before.
So
and
you say past the dam. I'm looking for the dam.
Not actually the dam, but go down to where the overlook is, and if you keep going past the overlook, it'll come out to a big parking lot area, and that's what we call the bridge, right where the lake starts.
Okay.
That's where nobody usually goes past that because there's really nothing past it.
So you don't go up to the river where it winds up north around.
I have been there, but it's kind of boring. All that.
Is it? All right.
It's boring. It's 40 miles an hour, and it's you think you want to go faster, but you can't because the cops are just hawking it. There's a couple other places.
Damn, I'm looking, man. Yeah, in a straight line, we are about the same distance away in a straight line. If you're east of Fayetteville, yeah.
Yeah, way east.
Oh, he said way east. Where's what's some
towns
near my mom? Elizabeth City is near my mom.
I can get to the ocean in 5 minutes, bro.
Yeah, well, see, my mom lives, and you know right where my mom lives. She lives Kill Devil Hills, right there, Kitty Hawk.
I know where Kill Devil Hills is.
In between Kitty Hawk and Nag's Head. Last time I went down there, I rented a place on Nag's Head, and we stayed there.
I know that whole area, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I've been all through there. It's a 12-hour drive from my house. But I take the long way. I don't like driving through the mountains of West Virginia, so I head straight east over to Virginia and then head south down the coast.
Yeah. But if you get down to the Dragon, you need to do the Skyway too. It's called Cherahalla.
I will eventually.
That's pretty. They've had some accidents on that one too. Somebody died when I was up there last time. Well, a couple people died.
Trying to figure out if I want to go to if I want to ride to California. I got 2 kids there now. Yeah. I'm thinking about riding to California.
Get away from it?
4,800 miles round trip. No, I'm gonna go see them.
Oh, you got kids out there.
I got 2 kids in California right now.
You're going to Cali, fucking hit up.
You're not riding your canoe out there, are you?
Well, I don't know. I was deciding either between riding my Buell or I'm buying a cruiser at the end of this summer. I don't know which one I'm going to buy yet, but I'll take one of them.
I want to get out there myself. I want to go to Malibu and hit up all them roads.
But see, I want to take my Buell because I mean, there's some mountain roads out there I'd love to ride on it.
There's
But then
plenty
again,
of roads, plenty of them, bro.
who in the hell? The fastest, the fastest way to get there is me just ride 10 hours a day and bust ass and get there in 3 days, but I wouldn't want to do that. I'd want to take a week getting there and not touch many freeways at all. Maybe go Route 66. Maybe take old 66 out.
I want to do Pikes Peak too.
Yeah, I don't see you ride for all that.
Well, see, I'd have to go down and go through the mountains in fucking Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico. I'd have to hit them, man.
Pikes Peak, man, it's gonna be badass.
I would like to ride the climb, get a sticker on my bike. Yeah, I climbed it. Not telling you how fast I did it in, but I climbed it. It took me 3 days to get up that mountain.
It looks pretty fucking steep, bro. I was mapping.
It's crazy, man.
That zigzag. There's a zigzag in it.
Oh.
Looks technical.
Here's the funny thing about video games, man. Some of the video games I have, I've got the actual roads, and they're so exact nowadays with the inclines and stuff. I've actually driven up it in sport trucks and race cars, and it's retarded.
I think
because
it's
the Nürburgring track that they have there is about the same.
Isn't it like 9% grade?
I don't know what it is, but it's a lot steeper than that, man.
Steeper than 9?
Some parts of that it's climbing. Yes, some of those are 15, 16.
Damn.
I think they're even taller than that on some of them.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about the up. I'm worried about the down.
It's the down. That's a down that takes big balls. That's what we used to ride in Japan. We'd go up the mountain, meet at the top, eat lunch, and then go down the other side. Yeah, that's where all the crashes happen, coming down.
Because you get on them brakes too hard, you fucking miss the turn, you're fucking done.
When I wrecked my 250, it was actually going up. I was going up the hill.
That one guy died this year on the Pikes Peak Challenge hill climb.
Yeah, I read about it.
Yeah, he went right off the fucking side.
There was a video, but I didn't want to watch it. There was a video, and I didn't want to watch the video, so I just read about it.
I didn't know there was a video. I read the article.
I'm pretty sure there was a video attached to one of them that I looked at, and I didn't want to click it. I don't like watching that shit.
I'll have to look it up. But he got all the way to the top. You know how you want to beat the clock. He got all the way to the top, and he hit that loose gravel right where the changed from asphalt to gravel right off the side.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, shit. That's nuts, man. That's nuts.
I wonder why they don't go ahead and asphalt the whole fucking thing.
Which is funny because I watch the TT I watch the TT all the time. Guys die there every year. Yet I'll watch it.
Oh, yeah, there's 3 guys that died this year that I know of.
It gets nuts, man. Well, when you're riding through a town and you've got, let's see, 44 foot of road, and on both sides of that are concrete or old brick rock walls and trees, and a lot of shit happens at 180 mile an hour.
That one guy brushed his shoulder up against the wall. He was leaned over so hard, going so fast. He just brushed the wall, touching the wall when he went by it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Go nuts, man. I've done that. I've came real close to guardrails doing that shit.
The closer you get to a guardrail, the more chance that there's loose gravel right on the side of it.
Some of our roads, the guardrails are into the road surface.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's really no gravel there. That's why I've gotten so close to them before, because I'm not scared of it.
Yeah. I've seen a couple bikes cut in half by a guardrail. Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
I went down a couple times on the road, and I never hit a guardrail. Now I did hit a mountain retaining wall.
I've seen 3 bikes ripped in half by hitting a guardrail and going into it and ripped the bike apart. I
worry more about the rider, as long as they're all right. Fuck the bike. That bike's covered, as long as I got insurance.
Nuts. Ow.
Hold on. We'll get back over here. There's people watching this. I haven't been reading this shit. Christmas. All right, Chris. So she said, yeah, it'll be snow on the ground. I don't know. I was riding in December last year. Give me a call, Chris. Hit me up on Facebook or something, or on the YouTube thing. But I rode in December last year. I think I rode at least 2 days. I rode at least 2 days in the winter months last year.
Yeah.
At least. Got to do it. I'm not that far south. I get lots and lots of snow. So as soon as it melts and the temperature gets above 32 degrees, I go ride. Well, it's got to be above 32 because if there's any moisture on the road surface, then it'll turn to ice, and I don't have road. I ride I ride S20 Bridgestone fucking track tires. No, no.
I got
no grip.
We got S20s on mine too.
I love those S20s, man. They're not. See, I've been going through. I've been trading up. I had the Pirelli Corsas, and then I had the Michelin Pilot Powers. Now I'm running these. I'm going to see which ones I like that give me the same amount of confidence that lasts the same amount of time.
Yeah, there's S20s.
But I haven't been able to tell any difference between the Corsas and the S20s yet. Even though, the Pirellis are 10 times better. No, they're not. It's about the same shit.
I've had 2 sets of them myself, so I mean, I trust them because I've gone, it all the way over to the, no chicken strips.
Yeah. Yeah, I've run mine to the edge, and no, I've had no problems whatsoever with them.
The only time I ever lost grip on those tires is when, like the road snakes in Georgia, the tar snakes, and that was because it was raining. Yeah, it was raining in the tar snakes. So I mean, it wasn't the tar.
So it feels like your bike just gets a little twitchy, but a bike like yours is made for that, man. It'll catch up immediately, so it just gives you a little, hey, what was that?
Hey, I'm just slipping and sliding all over the fucking blade.
Yeah. I just lost 6 inches all at once. Whoa, hello. But mine did that with those S20s. It grabs and goes, man.
Yeah.
They're good rain tires, too. They really are.
The newest ones, I did that thunderstorm, that storm in there going, I was doing like 115 at one time in, storm, and I never lost any traction at all.
No, and I'll tell you what, those Pirelli Corsas, they're just as good in the rain, man. They're awesome rain tires. They really are. I haven't been able to tell much of a difference between those Corsas and those S20s yet.
Well, everybody's talking about them.
So how much rain did you get in all that storm?
Not much, and I really, it got here about 1 o'clock in the morning on Friday morning, I think, yeah. And it started raining about the time it said it would. It got here at the time it said it would. I stayed up for maybe like an hour, maybe an hour and a half after that, and it was just wind and rain. I went to bed, and, every time I fall asleep, it would wake me up because the damn, like the gust of wind was probably, 60 to 75 miles an hour, and it felt like, it's trying to rip the fucking roof off. It'd wake me up every time it gusted really strong, and I'd go back to sleep, and it would wake me up again. But by the time I woke up, I probably woke up, I can't remember. By the time I woke up, like maybe 10 o'clock in the morning, it was all nice and quiet. I thought it was in the eye, the hurricane or something. I got up, and I was like, we're in the eye? I was like, I checked the news, like, it's gone. It's fucking out of here. And it was nice and sunny and clear.
Did you have like a lot of debris?
We had pecan trees in our yard, so it had a lot of down limbs, but not as much as like that one hurricane, the last one that came through here, which took like half trees.
I lost my big maple in my backyard, man. It twisted halfway up the tree. It twisted 180 degrees in half and blew into my neighbor's yard. So I got half a maple tree in my backyard.
Yeah, we had half trees. During that last hurricane, I was like, God damn.
Took my fence out. I had to rebuild my fence. That shit was crazy.
It wasn't bad at all. We didn't even lose power. Our neighbors lost power because, like the transformers on our road were set up on different transformers for some reason. And like we always lose power during a hurricane, every fucking time. And I know one time we were out of power for like a week or something. But this time we were the only ones that did have power. So I was like, yeah. So it wasn't bad at all. But my mom heard the transformer blow when it blew it. I think it blew at like 4:30 in the morning. It went boom.
Dude, in my late 20s, I worked for a roofing crew, man, and I was up on a roof one day about 10 foot from a transformer when it blew. Dude, I thought a hand grenade went off. I went down, slid down the roof, almost fell off of it. And that was some crazy shit, man. The concussion was so great, it knocked me down on my ass.
Man, I've seen one blow before.
It was nuts. I thought somebody dropped a hand grenade, man.
We've had one, like on each side of our house blow before, but I don't remember them and seeing them. But I've seen one like on the beach. I've seen one blow on the beach. It looks like lightning struck it. I mean, that's what it looks like when it blows up. Big fucking surge of like bright light, and it fucking goes bajow. Down where the movie theater is, in where's that? That's in Kyoto Hills, the movie theater. I've seen one blow right around in there.
That's crazy.
I've seen that. There's the stoplights. They're on the poles now instead of on the wires. I've seen that pole just like bobbing up and down like a fishing pole.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you're just watching it saying, that thing's going to break in a second now. It's still going to break.
That's nuts. What video did I have that? Oh, it wasn't the pole, but it was the wire. The wind was blowing.
I've seen the big, like, the stoplight part fall off and right in the middle of the road before.
That's crazy. No, that gear video I have right at the very beginning, I'm looking up at the electrical wires, and they're bouncing 5 foot up in the air from the wind.
Oh, damn.
They're bouncing 5 foot with a big swing. Look like Mama's clothesline blowing in the breeze, man.
If you ever see that fucking pole that holds the stoplight up fucking bouncing, you're like,
yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. Yeah, I've seen stoplights where I'm scared to drive through the intersection because I think it's gonna fall on it.
That's the craziest shit I ever seen.
That's nuts.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut the live feed off.
Yeah. That stuff I seen my mom down where my mom was when that last hurricane hit, man.